This is Rock for Girls. I never took Rock for Girls. Yeah, guys. Yeah, this is Rock for Girls. I never took Rock for Girls. I never remember this, guys. This is Rock for Girls. I never took Rock for Girls. Yeah, guys. This is Rock for Girls. I never took Rock for Girls. I never took Rock for Girls.
Wheels spin on the ground. Sky dark rolls a sound. Echo in the heart's core. Ride like never before. Pedals screaming, wind howl. Freedom rushes through the soul. Chase the night, break the dawn. Never stop, keep rolling on.
Good morning, dudes. Bros, we are back. It's Friday. Happy weekend, everyone. Thank God it's Friday. Stage 5, Itzulia, Basque country, dudes. We're on it. 3 coffees for today. I think Joe's on 5 already. Joe's on his 5th coffee of the morning. Yeah, 5 coffees anyways. I'll be catching up with you later, Joe. And maybe some potential other bevies later today, since it's being a Friday. Guys, what's going on in your world? It's Colin here over at Inside Cycling World, dudes. We're jumping in. We're doing this every day right now. Well, not every day, I know. I try to jump in about an hour and a half, 2 hours after the race starts. Right now, I don't have live coverage for another 28 minutes. So we'll do the usual what we do here. Let's jump into Pro Cycling Stats here, and we can follow along. Multiple races going on today. Right now we have the French race here, Loire Tour. I believe that's the Loire River in France. They are on stage 4, 6 riders with the break right now. It's not actually shown. Oh, it must have all came back together. I think it's just all come back together now. Brian Cocard's in this group. Corbin Strong, Jake Stewart. That's just the last sprint point there at Le Mans. So this looks like a little bit of a sprinter's race here today. Just having a quick peek at it here. 40 kilometers to go there. Over at Itzulia, Basque country, dudes. This is awesome stuff here. Actually, let's dial it back 1 second here, dudes. I want you to show you something here. Dudes, I love seeing stats like this. Popular teams today. Who would have thunk it that there would come a time when Decathlon was the second most searched team behind UAE? Ahead of Visma, Lisa Bike, and ahead of Red Bull, Boro Hansgrohe, and ahead of Ineos, it's Decathlon. That just shows the pull power of Paul Sexy. Shows the pull power of Paul there. Guys, a true superstar in the up and coming right now. He's virtually a superstar right now. I think he's virtually a superstar right now. So let's just jump into the race, guys. Let me get dialed in. I feel like I'm kind of like floating around right now. Where are we? We're in a place called Eibar. Eibar, we're in the northern part of Spain. I'll show you that, guys, right now. Here's Bilbao. Zoom out. Remember the Cantabrians. Santander, as they like to say in England at the Formula One at Silverstone back in the day when it was Santander as the primary sponsor there. I was there for that race. And I just laughed my head off every time they said Santander. Every time. The race has been focused right around Bilbao here. This must be the very heart of Basque country. We're just on the north edge of the Cantabrian Mountains. To the north of us, we have the Cantabrian Sea, aka the Bay of Biscay. San Sebastian's over here. We'll be visiting that race in August, I think it is, for the San Sebastian Classic. That's a huge one-day race later in the year. Today, though, we are right here, Eibar. And what we can do now as well, we'll take a look at the race actually itself. So again, here on this map here, you can see in the middle, make sure everything's on here. I'm up in the top corner. That's down there. Bing, bang, bong. In fact, you know what? Yeah, I like being in the top corner. Yeah, I like being on top. Whatever. Just the top corner there. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, very lumpy. This is the Queen stage today. Total of the Queen stage. We have Steven Kruijswijk out in front right now. Kruijswijk out in front. Team Visma, Lisa Bike, however you want to say it. Baptiste Weisstroffer's chasing him. He got the KOM jersey in one of the last races. I'd have to look back and see which one it was. He's 35 seconds back, and then 145 back to, looks like, where's the platoon? I'm not sure where the platoon is right now. We'll jump back here. So again, guys, here is Bilbao, and here is Ibar. So it's kind of like an out and back, big loop, looping around the same roads. Just a deadly day, guys. Like, look at this. We have 3 Category 1 climbs, and it looks like 5 Category 3 climbs. I would be shutting down my day after probably this first Category 1 climb right here. Coast to the bottom, stop for a snow cone, jump in the car, headed home. That's what I'd be doing. So, dudes, let's jump to Pro Cycling Stats here. We'll get back in here and get some stuff figured out. So, it's Weistra for chasing. Who's in the chat here today? Eddie's back. Looks like it will be organized by Youth and Sports Ministry with Collab Tourism. What did I see there? Okay, let me read this again. Guys, I'm a little bit out of sorts this morning. Oh, must be talking about the Tour of Langkawi. That's what we're seeing. I saw the LTDL. I thought I saw Lidl there for a second. Must be the Tour of Langkawi. Will be organized by Youth and Sports Ministry with collab for the Tourism Ministry. Dude, do we have a route already for the Tour of Langkawi? Do we have that? Maybe we'll take a look at that later in the race. So, dudes, essentially right now we've got Kruijswijk out in front. Stephen Kruijswijk here, 38 years old. No signs of retiring yet. He's got a contract through 2028. GC at the Arctic Race of Norway back in 2014. 12 years ago, guys. 12 years. Stage at the Tour de Suisse in 2011. Third in the GC at the Tour de France in 2019. I wouldn't have known that offhand. Would not have known that offhand. Okay, sorry guys, just trying to get my bearings here. Get the bearings, the bearings straight. You know that, let's get that dialed in. Eddie's also saying Tour Turkey full start list of 155 riders of 22 teams. Unfortunately, Terengganu cycling team not invited since they're invited in the last years. I still need to become the official English commentator for Team Terengganu. So Team Terengganu, reach out to me. I will blow up your team. Guaranteed. We'll blow it right up. As if that's ever going to happen. No one's ever going to see this video except the hardcore OG members of the Inside Cycling World chat firepower team. Coming to you live from the 10x10 cube of cycling dominance and training excellence center. So guys, we got Stephen Kruijswijk out in front for Team Visma Lease a Bike. Let's take a look at the actual GC. Let's just get settled in. So we got Paul for Decathlon leading the way. Primoz is now at 2:19 back. So he's fallen back over the last few days, about 20 seconds. He was at 1:59 just a couple days ago. Lipowitz and Primoz look to be on the same time. They were separated by 9 seconds. They still are. Ion Izagirre, let's talk about this dude. 37 years old, will retire at the end of this year, riding for Cofidis. Great career. Take a look at this. Way back when, Euskadi riding for the Basque team, switched to Movistar for 3 years, over to Bahrain for 2 years, 2017 and 18. Spent 3 years with Astana, and since 2022 he has been with Cofidis. Won the Basque Country race in 2019. 2 stages of the Tour de France, one as recently as 2023. Won the Tour of Poland way back in 2015, and he's also won the GP McGill Indurain 3 times as recently as a couple weeks ago. So he won the GP McGill Indurain on April 4th. I'm looking at it right now here. You guys can see it on screen here right now. No joke of a race, guys. Quinn Simmons was there. Alex Baudin. Let's see what Alex is doing. Alex is at this race we're looking at right now, the Basque Country race. Alex Aramburu, Andrea Baggioli, Christian Scaroni, Leonard Van Eetveld. I mean, this is legit. Legit here, guys. This is not just, a 1.2 race. So awesome to see him doing that. To win a race in his final year of racing, I think that's really awesome for him. He will be retiring. So Ion Izagirre right now is in 4th place. Skelmos, Tullet, Baudin. There's Baudin. He's dropped 1 position. He was in 6th place. Tejeda, Utebrooks, and Clément Champasson. Champasson broke into the top 10 by it was when Del Toro had to abandon the race after that crash. Bilbao, Romo, Arietta, Riccatello. So I'd like to see Riccatello doing a little bit better than this. I thought he'd be doing better. Maybe today's his day with all the climbs. Currently, guys, we are only 73 kilometers in. We got 103 kilometers to go. This is going to be a banger. This will be a banger, guys. And, dudes, let's take a look at this now here, too. Let's look at the mountains classification. So it is Wambu, Paul Sexy, Igor Artieta. Weisstroffer is going after points today. I'm going to look at Weisstroffer here because just recently... Okay, it was in Catalonia. He got 4th in the points classification. He had it early and would have lost it later in the race. Let's have a little peek at this guy. Look at Tour of Oman, 2nd in the points classification. Santos Tour Down Under, 9th in the mountains classification. So I would say, you know, Weisstroffer, to me, he's an opportunist. That's what he likes to do. He likes to go on those opportunities to rack up points. If a stage goes his way, he'll focus on that. Like, hey, man, yeah, he's not the world's best climber, but give him a chance. If you let him out front, he's going to swoop up every point he can. And next thing you know, he's got a lead that's hard to come back from. Sorry, guys. I think I had my headset plugged in. That might have thrown things off a little bit there with the mic. Quiet morning here, guys. Quiet morning in the Inside Cycling World chat. It is a weekend. I know things are starting to heat up for everyone. It's spring, summer in other locations. How are we looking today in Didsbury, Alberta, Canada? That's where we're broadcasting from, guys. It's just outside. It's currently -1 Celsius. But today, guys, we're going to be getting up to... Ooh, look at that. It says today we're getting to 15 degrees Celsius, dudes. It's coming. But let's take a quick look here, too, guys. You never know what you're going to get here. Everyone says that, right? Every place says that. Dude, you ever heard this expression? If you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. Ka-ching, ching. You know, that was my drum. It sounded terrible, I know. Every place in the world says that. Every place says that. If you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. Every place says that. So it's not just you. Ziosex here, listening while at work as I can. Ziosex, awesome, dude. Thank you for being here. So 15 degrees to 16 degrees tomorrow, Celsius, guys. And then, but you know, it's still going Monday, 15 degrees, 12. Oh, look at Wednesday, 2 with snow. 2 with snow. A little bit windy, too. So we're at that crazy point of the year. Yeah, it's still, guys, it's spring for us, but for some parts of the world, you might think this is winter. This might be some of the worst weather that parts of like Central Europe get right here. I'm not talking up high. I'm talking like Spain. I'm talking like southern France. This might be the worst weather they ever get. So welcome to Canada, bros. Welcome to Canada. Back to the race, dudes. The Peloton is actually at 4:45. So the La Platoon over on the Basque Country website is at 4 minutes and 45 seconds back. We do have a chase group. We've got this big chasing group of 28 riders there. So I think what they're doing here today, guys, is they're setting... Guys, I think I need to hit the reset button. I need to reset myself for you right now. Let's make sure everything's looking good. I feel like I'm not doing something right here. Good, 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 good. I'm good. You're good. We're all good, guys. Inside Cycling World calling. Yes. I think I'm thinking about a lot of stuff right now, guys. Eddie's back. Le Tour de France is... Okay, dude, you're throwing me up, dude. I can't even think today. My brain is on fire. Brain's on fire, guys. Brain's on... Dude, so super busy day yesterday. Let's just recap that. I don't think I did a stream yesterday. I was planning to. What happened yesterday? Did I live stream yesterday, guys? I can't remember. I don't even remember. No, I didn't. Did I? No, I didn't. I had to go to town. Oh, yeah. It was haircut scheduling conflicts. Haircut, accountant, eye doctor, groceries, a little bit. Get home, hang out for a couple hours. Went to a property management meeting. I think I've secured 2 suites there to rent. Almost positive. I was with the people for over an hour. And meanwhile, on the day 2, I had a phone call about another property management that just popped up out of the blue. I got the notification at 10 in the morning. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, last words I heard were, I look forward to working with you, Colin. Ka-ching! So, dude, I think I locked up 3 suites yesterday to rent out, which is awesome. Pretty excited about that. And that's what's going on in my brain right now. I have to send out some emails first thing this morning. Dudes, but back to the race here. We've climbed... How much have we climbed so far? We still have 2,400 meters of climb to go. We still have 2 Category 1s coming up. We've got 5 kilometers at 9.4%. That is the Krabelin. We also have the Itzulia, which is 3.6 kilometers at almost 10% gradient. Hoping we'll get some detailed profiles. So we're going to be going up to Calbrio next, Calbario, 2.4 kilometers at 7.5%. It's only a category 3. Just cruise down here. We're 19 kilometers away from it right now. Calbario, 2.4 kilometers at 7.5. We do have a small section of 10%. Shallower at the beginning and at the end, steeper in the middle. It's going to average us down to 10.4%. So that's coming up in a little bit. I think we're going to be phase 1 for quite a while here still. Definitely an opportunist type day with all these riders up front. I think a lot of these riders are up front here for teammates coming up later. As we can see here, we have 2 riders from UAE. We have Soler and Pericas. Back to actual GC though. So Red Bull should have riders up there, I would assume. We've only got one, Extrabarria, which can't say that name. Can't say that name, that Basque name that I see everywhere here. Extrabarria. I don't know. I'll just try. I'll just go with that. Let's Heimar. I love the name Heimar. Back to Heimar Zubeldia from the old days. Groupama FDJ has 3 riders up there. Guillaume, Brazafonso, and Pache. 2 really superstar climbers here. Quentin Pache, let's take a look at him. He's a climber as well. 34 years old, from France. 2 riders for Astana, 2 for Soudal, Maury Van Sevenant and Steph Kras, 2 for UAE, 1 Red Bull rider, only 1 decathlon rider. They're probably all sticking close to Paul right now. Kern rider, 2 Movistars, 2 Picnic Post, 1 Alpecin de Koenig, the Canadian Hugo Houle. This guy's been around forever now. Look at this. First started racing back in 2011. Been World Tour since 2013. Since 2013. Man, this is a Canadian dude that should get more recognition, I think. Never won anything huge, but solid dude. Solid domestique. For sure. And again, Canada not being a cycling strong country, it's impressive to see any Canadians here. In fact, Michael Leonard, too, who did really well on the first TT, first stage, individual time trial. I think he finished 10th or 11th. Isn't that correct? Yeah, he finished 10th on the first stage, currently sitting in 83rd place. So he's riding for EF. 2 Visma Leaseback riders, 2 Uno X riders, 3. This is interesting right here, guys. Ben Healy. This might be a Ben Healy day here, guys. Looks like it to me. Ben Healy, Markel Balaki, son of Josiba Balaki, Michael Leonard, 3 EF guys up the road, 4.5 minutes ahead of Paul. Where does Ben sit overall right now? I don't think he's really that highly placed. 73rd. He's 73rd overall right now. So he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to climb up here. We're going to look at the actual GC and see how far back he is. Well, yeah, he's really far back. Because 50th place right now is 24 minutes back. So not a race that Ben Healy's going to have any impact on, but he could win a stage. Could definitely win a stage here. So coming up to Calbario right now, guys, the lead group is almost there. They're on like just the foothills of Calbario right now. We'll come back over here. So Calbario is going to be this one right here. Look at that. They got an X in it. They put an X in there to really throw me off. How dare you? How dare you? Here's Calbario. So an X is an R now. We're just saying an X is an R. It's an X is an R to me. Flocky saying another pleasant day in London and my bike wants to ride. Flocky, I was thinking about that a few nights ago, just kind of laying in bed, falling asleep at night, thinking, man, I think this year I want to ride my TT bike outside all the time. I was probably watching a bunch of cycling videos and thinking I'm the next Mathieu van der Poel. Man, I love that dude. Just there's so many awesome videos of him. His epic race attacks. Guys, also April 12th, Paris-Roubaix is coming up. Dude, like, come on. Like, such a huge race. You know, if you were to ask, well, yeah, you know, I guess if you asked anyone what's the naming me a bike race, everyone's going to say Tour de France. Maybe most aren't going to say Paris-Roubaix, but for like a one-day race, it's got to be the biggest one-day race. Has to be the biggest one-day race. Like, it's like the monument of the monuments, I think. Like, does Il Lombardia compare to Paris-Roubaix? Nah, I don't think Milan-San Remo does either. Milan-San Remo is probably close, but one's a bike race, one's a war. One is an absolute war. Just looking at the cobbles, the crashes on the cobbles. We should be looking at some weather forecasts for Paris-Roubaix. That's what we should be doing. First race was ran, I believe it was 1896. The first ever Paris-Roubaix. And I think this is the 123rd running of it's coming up. 123rd, I believe, is this year. Obviously, there'd be more if it wasn't for the wars and stuff like that. So the race essentially runs from Paris to Roubaix. They finish on the Velodrome in Roubaix. And that's the way it's been the whole time. They've always finished on that Velodrome. Outside of something that I don't know about, I'm not a total expert on Paris-Roubaix, but I love the cobbles. I love the racing. Mathieu van der Poel would be there. Actually, I haven't done my picks for this weekend either over on VeloGames. Taddy's going to be there. Wout, Mads Pedersen, all the big names. Dude, I think we need to look at that. Let's take a look at Paris-Roubaix for the weekend, guys. Let's just get some thoughts about this. Alpecin Premier Tech, Jasper Philipsen, Mathieu van der Poel, Eddie Plankert, Jonas Rickert, Sylvain Dillier, Tibor Del Grosso. Come on! He could be some kind of weird long shot. Some kind of weird long shot being a CX rider. That's a strong team right there. UAE, yeah, again. Taddy, Rui Oliveira, Vermeesh, Antonio Morgado, Niels Paulett, like juggernaut on the bike. Juan Sebastian Milano, Fastman, Mikhail Berg, Tim Wiesma-Leasebike, Wout, Matty Brennan, Christophe Laporte, Affini, Pietro Matteo. Maybe this is a name I'm not too familiar with. It's not. Younger dude, 21 years old, kind of slightly taller, 1.84 meters. This will probably be his first Paris-Roubaix, I would imagine. What was he doing last year? Yeah, this will be his first Paris-Roubaix. Just from what I'm looking at, what I'm seeing here right now. Yeah, last year he did Paris-Roubaix Espoirs, which I think is like a juniors race. So he's raced the cobbles. He did finish 5th place there last year at Espoirs. How long was that race? Oh, dude. Pretty decent. Good pave cobble sections here. 167 Ks. Beat Jakob Soderquist, TT champion. Sweden. So a lot of new young names here. I think the one that stands out for me is Jakob Soderquist right there. He's the one that really stands out right away. So this guy looks pretty decent for Paris-Roubaix. Like, he's got the cobble experience. Over at Lidl Trek, Mads Pedersen, Vasic, Jonathan Milan, Soderquist, Toynes, Decathlon, Bissinger, Cess Bowles, Dan Houle, the big man Dan Houle, Oliver Nason, Lotto Intermarché, Arnaud Delis, of course. That's their big name there. Soudal, Dylan Van Baarle, Tim Merlier, Yves Lampard. Ooh, this is a classics team right here. This is a classics team right here, guys. Classic one-day team right here. Stuyven, Van Baarle, Merlier, Lampard, Van Gestel, Van Leberg, Bert Van Leberg, 33 years old. Just rode Chedelpries, finished 74th. 1.9 meters tall. He's there to fight the wind. This guy's here to fight the wind. Jonathan Vervain. Ineos, we got Ghana, Tarling, Artem Schmidt, Connor Swift, Ben Turner, Sam Welsford. Big boys. Picnic. Pavel Bittner, Degenkolb. Dylan Corkery, sprinter from Ireland. Red Bull, Jordy Meuse, another sprinter. We got the Van Dijk brothers. Gianni Vermeesh, not related. Lawrence Pithy, another strong rider. Groupama, Cyril Barth. Bahrain Victorious, Alex Sagart's back in action here. Alec was the guy we were trying to remember where he was from, which team he was on. He just switched off of Lotto. I kept looking for him on Lotto. Then I thought, Red Team Cofidis? No, it was Lotto the whole time. He's now at World Tour level with Bahrain Victorious. Uno X, Soren Verenskold, Jonas Abramson. Come on, dudes. This is a race. This is a race. It goes on and on and on. All the World Tour teams will be there. Pro teams, we got Total Energies. We got Q36.5. No Pidcock. We got a Canadian, Nicholas Sukowski. I'm surprised Trenton's not here for Tudor. Movistar's team. Paris-Roubaix is not Movistar's thing. Let's just park that there. Guillaume Bavon, another Canadian racing over on NSN. Binyam Gourmay. Where's Benny? Benny is racing at Paris-Roubaix, guys. Benny is racing at Paris-Roubaix. Dudes, Joe Mercado, my 41st Paris-Roubaix following. Awesome, Joe. Love it. Looks like Paris-Roubaix, this is from Zeosex, will have a pretty consistent southwest wind, meaning fast, dudes. Fast. 7 teams already confirmed. This is for Tour of Langkawi. So I'll start taking a look at that later. Yeah, so Movistar's teams for Paris-Roubaix is just, hey, we're here. Glad we made it. Glad we made it. Pavel Novak, okay, he's a good rider. But yeah, they're not a one-day team. They're not a Classics Monuments type team. We've got Durbridge here, Dries de Bont, Dries de Poeder for Team Draco Lula. So we've got Pinarello, we got Tudor, we got Modern Adventure. Interesting, Riley Pickrell here. I think we got 3 Canadians in this race. Unibet Rose Rockets, Lucas Kubis, Matthias Kopecky, his brother Thomas Kopecky, Nicholas Larson. Yeah, that guy. He's awesome. And then we got Team Flanders, Balois team as well. So, dude, this is going to be a banger of a race. It's always a huge race, tons of riders. I think there's generally like 175, 180 riders at the race itself. Very congested on the roads. The roads are narrow. Okay, it is the 123rd. 123rd running of Paris-Roubaix. So, dudes, that starts. Okay, I'm going to go back again, which I didn't mean to jump out there. This race, Paris-Roubaix. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? I know what I need to do. Let me just back out again, guys. See, man, I'm off today. I know I'm off. Live stats. So it starts at 11:05 in the morning. That's 3:05 for me, guys, with that 8-hour time difference now. It was 7 until you guys did your time change over there. Flocky, only 4 teams in the Itzulia VeloGames League, and I'm clinging on to a slim lead. Yeah, Flocky, I check it every day when I'm in there. I don't even know how I'm doing right now. I've got that, the Spring Classics, or the 6 Classics, whatever they call it, the 6s. So I am putting my teams in and then kind of just jumping in and out. So maybe I'll take a look at that later. So good job, Flocky. Oh, that's right. Trenton is out. Broke his collarbone. Thank you, Joe, for informing me there. Something I wouldn't have remembered now. So this race is going to start at 3:05, dudes. At first, I was going to do the entire thing. And hang on, dudes, here. Okay, dudes, I just got some. Good morning. Work, guys. This is not actually my real job. It should be. This should be my real job, guys. Okay, get me back here. I'm a bit delayed. So what I think I've got set up for Sunday morning, dudes, I think I'm going to go live at 4:45 in the morning. It's in the stream somewhere. And, wow, questions already at 7:30 in the morning regarding work. So I've done, basically, I'm going to let the race go for like an hour and 40 minutes, maybe 2 hours to get to this kilometer 80. Well, we'll probably be right at 90 kilometers by the time I jump on. I want to be on, rocking and rolling, not too early for that first section of Pavé there. So that's what I'm going to do. I will be watching it very closely, and if they're ahead of schedule, if they're hammering like extra fast for the first 90K, I'll jump on earlier. So the stream will be when the stream is. I think there's 42 segments. Is that right? I think there's 42. Pretty sure about that. Back to Basque Country, guys. Let's get going here. I should answer this question. Kim Lascelles here. Matteo Trentin was injured in Ron van Vlaanderen and is out for now. Do I remember that crash? Trying to see if I remember that crash, guys. He also crashed at the one where it was on a climb. That wasn't the Vlaanderen. It was another one before that. That's the one I have in my head. Here, I got to get my screen going. Over here. I don't think I remember the crash, actually. Okay, Basque Country. We should be going live very, very soon. Yeah, 1 minute away. It says we're going to have video feed there, guys. We've already climbed almost 2,000 meters of vert today. We still have 2,000 to go, guys. So this is a serious day. This is definitely the queen stage of this race, even though Paul kind of set the tone on stage 1 in the individual time trial. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the Matteo Trentin crash. Guys, give me a little hint. Give me a little hint of that. We did watch all of that. The one I'm thinking about is where he went down on the cobbles and Van der Poel Van der Poel, basically had to hop over him and then went on a tear. Can't remember. Yeah, I think Van der Poel won that race too. I'm not even sure what race I'm thinking about. It was another one-day race. Probably don't have enough coffee in me yet, guys. So we got Kruijswijk and Baptiste Weisstraffer together with a 1 minute and 45 second lead over 28 riders chasing. You can see EF is trying to get something going here today. EF really, outside of Alex Baudin, who's now in 7th place, hasn't, done a ton at the race. Alex Baudin, I think he set himself up stage 1. How did he do? Stage 1, he got 20th. It was the 6th place finish here on stage 2. And that was, I think, a very hilly stage. Oh, yeah, there it is. That's when Paul took off by himself up the Category 1 climb at the finish. Yep, Paul took up on the San Miguel de Aralar. And this was the chasing group. Baudin would have been in that group. I think there were 6 riders in that chasing group. Paul got away, took that final super steep segment by himself. Oh, that's where they went up into the park by the big chimney. Okay. So just seen highlights from the last couple days. You're coming up now, guys. So we'll jump back to the race here. See what's going on. Eddie's asking about the Velodrome finish in Paris-Roubaix. Is the old Velodrome? Dude, I'm sure they've... Is it the original Velodrome? I'm not sure about that, dude, but they've always finished at the Velodrome in Paris-Roubaix since 1896, apparently. Last K1 point, Steven Kruijswijk gets 3, Baptiste Weisstraffer gets 2, and then Anders Halland Johansson, who is in the chasing group, gets 1 point there, guys. Dude, let me answer this question. Oh, now it's 3 questions. Okay. Sorry, guys. I got to answer this question. This is totally work-related now. Yes, another... Yeah, sorry, guys. Totally work-related. This is a question about some property management. Would assume the role. These people ask a lot of questions, and that's good. I like lots of questions. I want to give everyone all the information I can. I act sensitive of RLP. It's kind of a weird question. I shouldn't talk about their stuff online here. It's nothing. They're basically just asking. You guys don't know who these people are. They're just like, what happens if you change professions or switch out? Do we get a different? Yeah, you get a different one, but it's still represented. I just represent the brokerage. Calvario, Cravelin. So the next climb coming up is the Crabeline at that's category 1. Then we got the Trabucua. We have the Itzulia, and then we have the Urcaregi. God, these are hard names. I think I need to go to the Basque country and just... Man, I'd love to go to Europe and watch some races. Yeah, I'm just going to send that. I can't explain too much right now. So I'll probably be writing some paperwork for them today. I've got to write some paperwork for another lady today. It's Friday. I'm loving it. Tonight we got the Blue Jays playing the Twins. Still haven't done my first baseball live feed yet, guys. And I'm trying to get my brain figured out on how I'm doing it. And it's just timing, and something else always comes up. Looking at Weisstraffer right now, doing the workout in front of Kruijswijk right now. So we've got... let's take a look at Baptiste Weisstraffer again. Lotto Intermarché rider. Take a look at Lotto Intermarché. World Tour team now. Toon Arts, Arts Hoob. Here's Stefan de Schudener. We just saw his name before in that Paris-Roubaix Espoirs race. I think he finished top 10. Let's have a look at that. So last year, Paris-Roubaix Espoirs, back in April, right here, 14th. So he was on the Lotto development team last year, racing cobblestones. So is he going to be racing Paris-Roubaix this year? It's actually, he's not. He'll be heading to China to do the Tour of Hainan. I think that's Taiwan, isn't it? I'm not sure. Not sure. No, it looks like China. We'll jump back here. Liam Slock. Lots of good names here. There's Baptiste Weisstroffer right now. Leonard Van Eetveld. Sometimes you'll see him in the sprints. Jonas Ruch. Name, I remember him a lot from Tour de France last year. Back to the racer dudes. And they're going to cut up in the chat. I'm thinking about work now, dude. So, Flocky, when I was younger, I used to go out after watching every Tour de France stage. Dude, I love it. Who is going to Paris-Roubaix? Someone said that they were heading over to watch Paris-Roubaix. Someone said it. Someone said they were taking like a bus, train, and another bus or something to get over there. Eddie's saying that the route of Tour Langkawi is still early. Okay, so the route should be out in the next 2 months. So we don't know the route of Tour of Langkawi yet. Dude, Eddie, you know what I might do? I might see if it's available on Flow Bikes and watch a replay of several of the races. I like to do that a lot. If I don't know a race, I'll find the replays and I'll watch all of it. Because a lot of these races, they will tend to use the same important climbs, visit, a lot of the same cities, maybe in a different direction, counterclockwise versus clockwise. Fab Cycling saying Axel Laurence didn't start today and Total Energy's B team was doing so well. He didn't start. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I did not see that at the start. So Axel Laurence. Here he is. Exactly. Axel Laurence, 24 years old, from Calais in France. Did not start today's stage. Ibar to Ibar. But check this out, guys. First place, that's where he was with Igor Arieta a couple days ago. First place there. 50 UCI points. Got second in the GC at the Capo Bartali here. 151st at Milan San Remo. So I wonder if that's just a flu situation. Also won a stage at the Tour de la Provence. So this guy wins. So hopefully it's nothing too serious. He's got a CX profile as well. Didn't know that. So multi-talented rider, multi-discipline rider. Driving hard in this chase group. This is the 28-rider chase group here. Currently at 105. And look at the gap dropping, guys. When we started this morning, we were at 4:45 gap. We've brought that down by 1 minute and 35 seconds. EF really present at the front of this chase group right now. Chase group here says it's at 102. I can make the screen bigger for myself. I think I'm finally getting into today. Guys, to be honest, it was 6:45 my time this morning, and I'm like, I wasn't even thinking about doing this today. I'm just thinking work right now. Eddie's saying that the route should be as early as February or March since, okay. Yeah, once they get the budget in place and the sponsors. Joe Mercado, Trenton's first crash race called Omloop. Was that Omloop? Really? Yeah, dude, I can't even remember it. I'll have to look back at all that stuff. Okay. Eddie, Tour of Hainan is China, not confused by Taiwan. A lot of Chinese in Taiwan will be mad. Yeah, I know, dude. As soon as I said it, I'm like, you could see the long pause. Whenever you see Colin go, he's doing a long pause. I say that to a lot of my friends. If I say to this one friend of mine, I'll bust him on something, and he'll just sit there dead quiet. He'll look at me, and he'll be like, I'm like, yeah, bro, long pause. Think about it first. It's basically when I say long pause, like, yeah, gotcha. But yeah, so I long paused myself there. I knew it was the Chinese flag, but then I'm like, really? Are we racing in China already? So we are racing in China, guys. The Tour of Hainan. That's coming up April 15th. While we've got a little bit of time here, guys, we got 1 minute to the chase group. We've got 3 minutes 10 to the Peloton, the platoon. Let's look at the virtual classification. At this point, Guillaume Martin will be moving up 12 positions. You can see that right here, guys. 12 positions here in green. Juan Pedro Lopez, 11. Clement Brasfonso. That's just because they're so far ahead of the platoon, the Peloton. Platoon, guys, that's what they just call it on the Basque website. So anyone that you see bouncing up here is in that breakaway group. Sorry, the chasing group after the breakaway. And it looks like this group has been shattered already here now, guys. They've allowed a car in between. That car shouldn't be there. I don't think that car should be there. Astana rider calling back here. It looks like the chasing group of 28 is splintered into maybe 10 riders and the balance behind, and they got all sorts of cars jammed in between them. I don't think they should be doing that. Let's have a quick peek here, see what's going on here, guys. I'm watching the video right now. Just want to watch this closely here. Who's doing what chasing here? That might have been further back too. Possibly. I am seeing a big, long train of riders here. And if I was to look at that, I'd say that's roughly 30 riders. This must be our 28 chasers. And that image before must have been from the main peloton back here. But there's like 10 riders out front. A car rammed right in between them and the other riders. Like, get that car out of there. Travels with Tony here. This Basque Country Tour sure is a hilly affair. Yeah, dude, Tony, this is the hard one today. This is the Queen Stage, and here we are, guys. This is a Category 1 climbing coming up. It is 5 kilometers at 9.4% gradient. So it's very steep, that gradient, guys. That's the average gradient over the 5 kilometers. Could be a lot steeper in places. And if I look at it here now, too, let's say about kilometer 108. Yeah. They're probably just doing that section there. They're not doing any of this section beforehand. So they're already climbing. It's not included in that 5 kilometers. We're only at kilometer 98. And you can see we're slightly going up here this false flat uphill. Chase group here. Should be 2 Visma Lisa bike riders in the front. There is. Timon Grat and Menno Housing. And we've got one UAE rider in this mix here right now. There's actually 2. I think that's Andrea Pericas. Mark Soler somewhere in this group as well. Just trying to see where he is right now. Soler with the long shorts as usual. One EF rider coming to the front right now too to give some support here. So that camera shot before, either a car got itself jammed in there. There were EF riders there. That's what was confusing me. That car should not have been right in there, wedged in between those 2 groups. I'm sure the race marshals were just screaming at him. So as you can see here on the climb, guys, we do hit a section here, 14, 12, 14%. Actually, yeah, that's brutal. You can see right there from kilometer 105.2 all the way to kilometer 107.6. It's over 12% all the way through there. So let's say 2.5 kilometers at 12%. That sounds tougher than 5 kilometers at 9.4 to me. Yeah, that looks pretty tough. 100 kilometers done, dudes. 100 kilometers done. Eddie's saying most of it will be flat with some climbing and 1 or 2 queens. So 1 or 2 hard climbing stages. There can only be 1, Eddie. There can only be 1 queen stage. 20 riders going through the roundabout now. Everyone stay on the right side. Single file riding here. These guys are chasing hard. These guys are now chasing hard, trying to get after Baptiste and Steven up the road here. Gaps back to 106 is saying, we did get out to 57 seconds for a moment there. Peloton with our yellow jersey, Paul is at 2 minutes and 31 seconds at the moment. So dudes, what's everyone doing for the weekend? Give me some weekend talk. Funny here, they're saying that there's around 28 riders in the Peloton. Do they mean this or do they mean this? Actually, they're saying, yeah, there's 28 riders in the Peloton as well. So the Peloton's been really diminished, guys. And that's maybe what I was seeing before with that car wedged in there. Because then the camera cut away to a big string of riders, about 30 of them. I'm like, what was I looking at? If you've been here the whole time, you would have heard me saying that. So the Peloton's been smashed apart. And apparently we have 28 in our chasing group, approximately 28 in the Peloton as well. So the Peloton's been hurt pretty bad here today, guys. The race is on. There will be a lot of shuffling in the standings here. Interesting names to note here. Guillaume Martin's only at 438 down. Vauquelin wants to do something. Vauquelin currently sitting in 19th place here. Had a really good time trial. Second in the time trial. France went 1 and 2 on the individual time trial in Bilbao. That would have been on Monday. Coffee. Happy Friday, folks, from Dave. Flocky's asking, Merlier can win Roubaix. Dude, I hope so. Merlier, I think he's only got 2 race days under his belt right now. I think he's got 2 days. I thought it was last week. Didn't he just win a race? Sorry, guys. Remember, I keep telling you my memory is incredible? Sometimes it's not. I just fake it. Merlier for Soudal. Let's take a quick look at him. This is the quickest way I can find him. Yeah, he won Shuttle Priest. That's right. But he did have 1 day in March. This 1.1 race that I didn't even know about. 19th place there. So he doesn't have a lot of race days in him. Maybe that's really good. Maybe that's going to hurt him. Obviously didn't at Shuttle Priest. At Shelter Priest, he beat Pavel Bittner, Emilien Jenner, big names, Hugo Hofstetter. Jasper Philipsen didn't have a great day there. Only getting 8th for Jasper is kind of a disappointment. That would be back to Jasper, the disaster days. Dude, I got to watch that game. Tom Crabb, I always watch this guy. Tom Crabb. This dude, I think he could make a step up. I think this guy could easily make a step up here, Tom Crabb. It's probably, I don't know, is it Crabby? He's only 20 years old. 10th place at Shelter Priest, riding on the Balois team. This guy should be snagged for World Tour, I think. What do you guys think? You can look at Andalusia, 3rd in the points classification, won a stage at the Tour de Garde. Oh, that's a good race, that one. We kind of bounced in and out of that one, guys. He won stage 1 of that race. Last year, I guess as a 19-year-old, what were his big things last year? I think I remember a race. Look at this. 2nd place at stage of the Tour of Britain. 2nd place. Okay, that's a national level race. We'll just ignore that one. For some reason, I thought he was at the Tour of Denmark. I guess he was. Oh, he was at the Tour of Denmark. 6th place on stage 2. So that's why I remember his name so much, watching him at that race. Didn't actually finish it. This dude? Yeah, let's go, dude. He's a Belgian rider. He's from Iete. Just faking it there. 20 years old from Belgium. Tom Crabb. Let's get it. So yeah, Merlier could win it. Does he have enough race days under him? Is he in peak condition right now? You know, training is not the same as racing, but too much racing can wear you out. So maybe he's on fine form. So Flocky, let's hope. 200 to 1. Really? Dude, that's an incredible bet. At 200 to 1, you just put $5 down. Flocky, what are you going to do on Merlier? What are you doing on Merlier? Man, put £1 down on Merlier. Win $200. Dave's going to tell me my weekend plans later today. Oh, Dave's up to something today, guys. Chasing group number 2 here. Picnic leading the way right now. 2 riders for Picnic in that group. That will be Juan Guillermo Martinez and Matea Gufuri. Then jumping back to the Peloton here. Yeah, dudes, this is what's been confusing, is we've got 28 riders in the chase group. We also have a small Peloton chasing. Very small Peloton chasing. Decathlon on the front right now doing all the work they're expected to. In fact, is that Decathlon all the way? Yeah, it is Decathlon. Again, the Decathlon and the Bahrain Victorious arm color here is very confusing to me. Dave saying hint K2. K2, I think either K2 the mountain or I think K2 kayaking. Right? Dave's going kayaking later today. He's going to be racing through, doing all this kind of stuff, you know, doing tricks and stunts. I don't know. Just making it up. Yeah, the GC group is tiny from Fab Cycling here. Good catch, dude. Yeah, I was really thrown off it. So we got 2 out front. We got 28 chasers. And I think we have less than 20 chasers in the GC group. Nice little image here of Krabeline coming up. Average gradient 9.6, max gradient 17%, and it's almost at the very end. The max gradient looks like it's almost at the very end. Interesting. Will someone go there? Guys, Flocky, what are the odds for Poggy this weekend? What are Poggy's odds? Here, I'll just put it here, guys, so you can see the gradient going through there. I'm going to do a quick catch up on the chat. I know the chat's not crazy busy today, but that's okay. It's Friday. Dude, it's so weird, like, when I do these streams. Like, Wednesday, that was an awesome stream. I think there was, like, 57 people watching at once. Not Tour de France numbers, but that's okay. Guys, Giro, less than a month. Maybe I'll do a Giro preview show. Yeah, I could do that one afternoon. I'll do a Giro preview show. You guys can sit around, get drunk late at night over in Europe, watch the preview show, make fun of me. Fab saying Merlier, not whatever you said. I probably said Merlier. It's probably what I said, Merlier. Yeah, Tim, he's great. CX Rider, guys. CX Rider. I'm so impressed with the CX Riders. Like, come on, dudes. Maybe, how can I describe it? The CX guys that come across are probably like the biggest characters in road cycling to me. That's how I look at it. Tim's one of them. Mathieu van der Poel, come on. Wout, come on. Like, these are like the quality character dudes that stand out all the time to me. Not to take anything away from the other guys, but some guys just have their great careers and they don't. I don't know. Maybe it's the charisma. It's the charisma of Mathieu and Wout van Aert, I think. That's what does it for me. Paris-Roubaix is probably going to be the Poggy show. Joe, what cool bike stuff have you bought lately? Joe, I bought no bike stuff. Like, ooh, Baptiste is pulling ahead now. Steven is saying, that's enough for me. That is enough for me. They are on the climb right now, dudes. They are on the climb. Yeah, here we go. We'll hang out there. I think I'll be taking a quick nature break here. Dude, the only thing, and I was going to ask you dudes. Okay, Inside Cycling World chat. We got 20 people here now. Thank you for being here, guys. My name's Colin. This is Inside Cycling World. This is what we do every day. Well, soon every day. Once the channel gets picked up by massive sponsors, probably Pop-Tarts, Sanka, and who else should be a sponsor of Inside Cycling World? Maybe I need some skincare. I need skincare. For us old guys who do a lot of biking out in the sun. Dudes, vintage cycling jerseys. I've got an idea to do some videos. I might have mentioned in the last one. And I was setting one up through the week, but YouTube was acting all funky. It would not let me set up my live streams for a couple hours one day. And then it just figured itself out. And I was looking at all the old cycling teams. So I'm looking for a place to get like vintage cycling jerseys that aren't like performance level jerseys. More just they look decent. Probably not going to go riding in them. I'm not looking for super, super high end quality. Basically just stuff to do my YouTube live streams in. Could I ride them outside? Yeah, I would. So if you guys know of any really good websites, companies that do vintage, and when I say vintage, dudes, I don't even mean like 50 years ago, because those are kind of ugly. I'm talking like the 2000s. HTC, High Road, Columbia, whatever they were called. Stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for now. So that's what I would buy, Joe. Yeah, best place for, I think Dave's saying here, second place, I think, for Taddy, I think is what he's saying. Nivea. LMF, greetings from an overcast and cool Whitley Bay, northeast England, just up the road from North Shields, Tynemouth, guys. Dave has a few from the 90s. Thrift stores, Colin. Oh, yeah, I guess so. You could just go find them used, maybe. eBay might be an option, but you're always going to pay like a slight premium on eBay because they know you're looking for it. But you know what? I'm going to start looking around and getting some of that stuff. I love the HC. And what the cool thing about it is, too, guys, I was watching some old videos, and you know how, I guess maybe lately it's been the white bibs, and we're all like, what? White bib shorts? HTC was rocking white bib shorts way back then. We're talking circa 2009, 2008. They had the white shorts on with like a fluorescent yellowy green slash along the side. And I think also Skill Shimano, they were in the video I was watching. They had white shorts as well. All white. I love it. Mape, Rabobank, when the doped up monsters look cool and dressed like doped up monsters, good times. Yeah, Fab, I love it. Someone posted, I'm trying to be more active on Instagram, guys. I don't know if you ever see it. I just share a lot of other cool cycling stuff. I don't do any of my own original posts because whatever, this is enough for me doing this. But they were showing, I think they were showing Jan Ulrich's TT times versus Poggy's TT times. Jan Ulrich was an absolute savage time trialist. From the numbers I saw, and dude, I don't know if it was real, but Poggy wouldn't stand a chance. And I know he was doped up. I don't care. Dope away. Did I say that? Yeah, I did. And Go back and look at Jan Ulrich's position on the bike. I don't know how he controlled that time trial bike. His bar extensions were pointing downwards. They pointed downwards, guys. Like, he would have so little control of the front of that bike. Joe has the new Del Toro Mexican National Champion UE jersey. I like that. Oh, dude. Who is this guy here who just fried me? Abe and Audrey Abrahamson. Okay, dude, I like your last name. You have a very, very strong cycling last name, bro. Dude. New drinking game, take a shot every time. Dude, I wouldn't last a minute. Alcohol poisoning. Yeah, guys, I do say it a lot, and I say it so much in the channel, it's entering the outside world. I have to be so careful when I meet clients, I don't call them dude. I call my mom dude. Dude, and I stop. Like my mom was, dude, no, mom. It's just part of the way I talk on here, guys. Credit Agricole, 2 U.S. Postal, CSC Tiscali. Yeah, in that same video I was watching, it did show the Cervelo test team, Dan from GCN. I think that was his peak of his kind of professional riding, I think. He always jokes about the Cervelo test team days. Okay, dude, what's going on here? This looks like the Peloton group has just been absolutely shattered here. Shattered. Dude, they're catching them right now. They are catching them right now. So Lipowitz, Paul, Hugo Houle, and Samuel Fernandez here have jumped away from the Peloton. That could be Ben Healy riding there too. So according to this, we're going to have a quick look, you guys. Weisstroffer's out front by himself, Stephen Kreiswick. Then we have 4 riders, Soler, Aramburu, Ben Healy, we just saw him, and the Ineos rider is Kevin Vauquelin. That's the 4 I'm seeing here. Dude, long straightaway shot, Baptiste, Kreiswick, and those 4 chasers. The next group of riders is just a few seconds behind them. So the chase group of 28 is now split into 2 groups, 4 chasers, and the balance 24 straggling up behind. They will be picking up Kreiswick right away here. Chase Peloton is now saying it's 23 riders. I'm not even sure if it's that. We need a camera car to go back there and have a quick peek at that there, guys. Okay, let's just settle in here. Fab, I love it. He's talking to Abramson here. Abe and Audrey, I just want to call you Jonas right now. One of my favorite cyclists. That's not a drinking game. That would be a battle to retain conscious. I wouldn't last, man. I'd be done. Dave's drunk on coffee already. Chinese websites sell replicas of old jersey. I don't know about the quality, though. Jan crushed the TTs hard. Dave's also saying McGill Inner would crush the field by minutes, not seconds. Yeah, Dave, there's that old video. Dude, this is a serious climb. This is a legit climb here. Beautiful scene. Dude, this is when we need Bike Terror right now. I need Bike Terror to show you guys the 3D representation of what's going on here. 4 riders up front. 4 or 5 more riders coming. Stragglers. You can see the switchback all the way. And I can see the road up above too. You can see the road up above. So this is the Vauquelin group chasing here. I think they're at the front now. I'm not even sure if Weisstroffer's out front anymore. This is the Krabeline right here. Remember, guys, this is like 12.5% gradient. Looks like Soler just popped off the back. Vauquelin's pushing the pace here with Ben Healy. And I think that's Aramburu. Yep. Soler has just been popped off the back. He's doing a little bit of curvy swervy. He's going over to the fans on the side of the road. He's looking for a push. I'm just kidding. He's struggling here. Looks like Paul's coming up from behind right now. Paul is leading the charge up behind. Is that Paul there? That can't be. It is Paul. Paul is right behind them here, guys. It's hard to tell the jersey. It's kind of a weird yellow colored jersey. And then with his green helmets, borrowing Victoria's colors, Decathlon colors, really throws me off. Paul is leading the charge up. Vauquelin's taking off. Leaving Healy and Aramburu. Vauquelin is on something today, guys. And by on something, I don't mean anything crazy. I just mean he's on. Vauquelin's on. Looking into the distance here, Healy and Aramburu are being caught by Paul right now. Paul's going to stamp his authority on today's race, guys. And we're still 70 kilometers from the finish. Dave's saying I have 2 of Dan's jerseys too, all from Value Village, and Salvation Army. I'm not sure what Fab's saying. Dude, what does my tattoo say? Sweet. What does my tattoo say? Dude, what does... Dude, I'm lost. Dude, where's my bike? Yeah, that's a good one too. Oh, dude, if we had Blue Thunder mode, I know, guys, we could see all this stuff. I don't know why Bike Terror is not picking some of these races up. Like, I don't know. Probably a lot of work from Markel Balaki. Looks like he's struggling here at the back. He is in the blue jersey right now. Vauquelin on the move, guys, by himself. Decathlon, looks like a decathlon rider, and then Paul just lurking about 20 to 30 meters back. So, I thought there was a decathlon rider out in front of him. They're just saying Paul's there. Healy's there. Balaki. So Balaki's struggling to hold on to this group here. Lipowitz is in the mix. Heimar's there as well. I'm not getting attempted. Heimar E. That's all we're calling him here. The Basques are out in force, guys. Basque flags flying. Got a Kern rider here too. Who's this Kern rider? Iban Ruiz. This dude right here. Riding for this Pro Series team, hanging with the big boys. 27 years old, from Vitoria in Spain. Still haven't done my nature break. Yo, dude, Fab. Bike Terror would definitely help. This Peloton is completely shattered. Yeah, dude, we could see all the locations of them. Dude, we still got more coming. We still have a Category 3, some lumps and bumps, another Category 1, which looks equally as steep as this one, maybe even worse. Category 3, descent into an uphill false flat finish. And even that false flat looks like it's going to probably be 3 to 4% gradient. There's going to be no one left. That's right. There is a decathlon rider here with Paul. Then we got a Red Bull rider, a UAE rider. That looks like Solaire, still struggling to hang on there. Okay, so Lipowitz is sitting right behind Paul here. Aaron Buru is probably fifth wheel. The Kern rider jumps across. Iban Ruiz here. Really nice job by this guy. Let's take another look at him. They're not showing his name here, but he is here. There's 6 riders in this chase group. They're saying Nicolas Prudhomme is that other decathlon rider here. When are we going to see Paul sign up for the Tour de France? When is Decathlon going to let the cat out of the bag? Prudhomme, Paul, Lipowitz, Marc Solaire, riders slowly making their way back in. Basque flags being shoved in their faces here. Lots of cyclists out. Love it. Really nice crowd here too. Cheering on Vauquelin. Eddie's a quickfire question that you need to answer me. Best male and female all time. Best current male and female. Best tour. Dude, this is too much. Too much. Too much here. We got a ton of pink jerseys for the Giro on eBay. Okay. Fab St. Colin, you haven't seen the cinematic dude, absolute Oscar award winning is the way to define that movie. Dude, where's my car? Oscar award winning. I would love to have said Alison Sidor or Clara Hughes is my flag showing. Yeah, for Canada. Yeah, Canadian cyclist there. Who's the best? Dude, that's so hard to debate. Like, how do you compare Poggy to Eddie Merckx? Like, how? I would say some of even maybe the old timers. Like, old guys. Think about doing these climbs in 1905. Or say 1910. They really didn't do a lot of the high alpine passes. They probably would have done climbs like this. But imagine riding the Tourmalet in 1910 with one gear. No derailleurs. Brakes that probably didn't work. Just like absolute death march marathons. Stages that were upwards of 500 kilometers long. Yeah, just pure survival. It was totally different. Totally different. You can't even compare it. I mean, maybe Poggy goes out and rides one 500 kilometer stage and he can't get out of bed the next day. So it's that dude that's got the endurance. Totally different. So I think you could even say that about the early 70s racing, the tech back then. Dudes, think I'm going to take a quick nature break here. We are at the top of the climb right now. Yeah, we're over the top of the climb right now. And right now we have Kevin Vauquelin in the lead. He's got a 25-second lead here over, looks like 10 riders featuring Alex Baudin. 7th place overall. Healy's probably up there to help Baudin at this race. Aaron Buru, Iban Ruiz finally showing up, the Kern rider. Prudhomme's there for Paul. Lipowitz is up there too. Mark Soler as well. Dudes, we got a long ways to go here. Still got a long ways to go. This is where I'm supposed to put a holding screen on, play some Jeopardy music. I just walk away. Someone comes in. They're like, what is this channel? Doesn't matter. We're here. Dave's saying stages. We don't need stages. Just ride the races nonstop. That's pretty much what they wanted to do. Dudes, I'm going to take off for a second. I probably need 2 minutes. I think I am going to make another coffee. We're switching to the instant. Nature breaks. We're doing it all. dudes, we are back in the 10x10 cube, a cycling dominance and training excellence center here, guys. Thanks for being here. I'm Colin. This is Inside Cycling World. Boom. Okay, dude's going to catch up with the chat here quick, as fast as I can. Fab Cycling. Dude, this is my question I was thinking about on the way down. Vauquelin's in the lead, only has 10 seconds over Soler. How did Soler get up there? I thought he was barely hanging on. Soler looks like he's jumped ahead. There's 19 chasers in a group, so this is going to be the amalgamation. Ooh, Riccatello's here. This is the amalgamation of the Peloton coming up, swooping up that chase group of 28s. There's been a bit of a schmozzle. Yeah, they're here, guys. Champoussin, Tejeda, Scaroni, Primos, Lipowitz, Riccatello, Prudhomme, Ebon, Ruiz. This has all just happened in the last 2-3 minutes I've been gone, guys. Ruiz, Uterbrooks, Pedro Lopez, Peo Bilbao, Izagirre. Yes, dude, represent in your last race. Sorry, your last year. Alex Aramburu, Healy, Baudin, and Tobias Holland Johansson. Pelo Bilbao now says he's bridged across to Soler. It's all going to come back together, guys, on this descent. Should anyways. But yeah, back to Fab Cycling. You're watching the old-timey Tour de France footage is crazy. Don't forget, none of those mountain roads were paved in the 1900s. To compare those to modern times is not even realistic. Exactly, dude. These guys may not have the same VO2. Wow, dudes, they are flying down these hills. I saw the corner coming up, and I'm like, they're going to die if they take it at that speed. Different corner. But yeah, it would have been like, they never would have made that corner. Yeah, Sketchville here. Wow, love these descents. Dude, this is where we need Bike Terra. Bike Terra, Matt, Anslow. Dudes, let's get Bike Terra on this stuff, man. I can show Bike Terra off for you guys. I'll gladly show Bike Terra the whole way. I love doing it. Guys, Bike Terra, cycling training app, lets you ride real world routes on your bike at home. It's in a 3D generated world. Very simplified graphics, but very real riding. Last year, they showed the entire Tour de France. And you're like, what do you mean they showed it? They're taking all the GPS tracking units, whatever it is for the trackers on the cyclists, and they're creating them on the road. So then I could show you at this point, here's the different groups on the road. And what we call Blue Thunder mode, that's when I take control of the camera myself and I fly around the course like in a helicopter, and I can position myself to see the cyclist coming. Super cool, dudes. Go check out Bike Terra. Matt, I need a race. Matt, I need a race. Eddie's saying, will you do a live stream for World Championship or a vlog? Dude, someone asked me about that yesterday. Someone just asked me yesterday. Maybe they didn't. Maybe I was just telling them. I was probably just telling them my life story. And yeah, I was talking about September World Championships, that I would be there. Not really sure how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to be there. Yeah, there's going to be an Inside Cycling meet and greet party in Montreal. That could be where we start the drinking game. The drinking game may start then. We're going to put some rules on the drinking game, though. Because I will say dude as many times with you dudes in person as I do on here. I really have to watch myself out in public. I meet some, client and they're in their 60s and I call them dudes. Like, yeah, that doesn't work. Fab's like, I got one gear and a bottle of opium tonic to get to the top of this mountain. Let's go, dude. Let's go. And we're going to ransack some local bars along the way and steal all their wine. Just ransack the place. Love that word, ransack. I'm the only person that uses that word anymore, I think. Try to use that today in your daily chit-chats. Yeah, Mark's playing his games. He's on good form. Has Peo won in Bilbao as a pro? I'm not sure. Dave's saying, or the YouTube of Colin's coverage from last year. I'm not sure what that comment is, Dave. Give me a little hint. Eddie's asking, are there free ways to watch every race, either World or Pro Series? Free? I guess the only thing you can try to do, I mean, there's a lot of guys that do VPNs. There are some sites too you can go to, but you're just going to be like, basically the entire website is just covered in ads, like covered. And it's just kind of like a ripoff of what they're doing. There's nothing new. I guess for me, what I'm trying to, maybe this is Colin's pat on his back. I'm trying to do something a bit different, I'm just trying to do my own thing and add something else in and interact. Yeah, I mean, there's probably ways. Yeah, lining up the liver transplants now. Dave's going to ransack a ramshackle road. VIP League. Yeah, dude, I'd love to do some meetups. I already told you guys, if I'm ever in anyone's hometown, home city, home country, I will gladly meet up with anyone here. If you ever want to have a private chit chat, and when I say private, I don't mean anything weird. Maybe I do. Yeah, dude, just DM me or something, wherever. If you're on Instagram, you can go there. If you're on Facebook, you can go there. Send me a message. I will send you my phone number. I love talking to people. I learned so much from other people. There was one dude, I brought this up before, guys. There was a dude in the Tour de France coverage last year. He was a guy that was right there, mid-90s, late 90s, with a lot of the U.S. riders. I'm forgetting names right now. EF Education DS, or manager. You know who I'm talking about. Jonathan Vaughters. And so Lucian said something in the chat. I think he called me later that morning. So I did the videos from 4 till 8:39. 11:30 that morning, I got a call on Instagram. Like, who's this? Lucian Black. Super cool dude. Super awesome cyclist. We talked for over 3 hours, guys. Just dropping cycling knowledge on me. Stuff I didn't know. And I'm like, is this guy for real? Sent me pictures of him and his wife having supper with Jonathan Vaughters very recently. I think they were in Colorado. So he does know all these dudes. VIP League. Okay, that's what Fab's saying. Is great for sports streaming. Okay, I got you, Dave. Yeah, guys, if you're new here and you haven't seen it, just go flip on a Tour de France video from last year from my channel, and you'll see Bike Terra in action. It's super cool. So I watched the video. I got my stats page here. I can also run Bike Terra at the same time. And usually when it's on the climbs or the switchbacks, I'll position the camera so that you can see the chase groups coming up the switchbacks, chasing each other. It's the best thing out there. So I hope Matt sees this video. I'm going to message him today. I'm going to demand that they cover it. They don't have anything showing up for the Giro, which surprises me. I know for La Vuelta, they had issues last year. They did do the La Vuelta as well. But the problem with La Vuelta is the data streaming from La Vuelta to wherever is very choppy. So basically, Bike Terra would show you, and then it would 30 seconds later show something else. Bike Terra was kind of generating where they would be, and then you'd see a correction, and then you'd see another correction. So it was a lot harder to do that one. I did use it. Everyone's back together. 16 riders in this group. Riccatello, Ruiz, Healy, and Johansson are 14 seconds back. There's an attack going up the left side. This looks like Soler right now. Soler's going again, guys. Long shorts. Here we go. It is an attack by Marc Soler here on Pro Cycling Stats. Yeah, his long shorts. His knees are completely covered. I'm surprised he doesn't wear tights every day. I know Don, he's not here today. He loves Marc Soler. LMF saying I can see a significant attack on the penultimate climb. That would be this category 1. Itzulia, 3.6 kilometers. Yeah, I guess the penultimate categorized climb. There's a slight climb at the finish here. But yeah, I think this category 1 is phase 2 right there. Phase 2 right there, guys. I need to do a refresh here because we're way behind. I can tell here. Yeah, there we go. So we're in the bottom. We're almost at the bottom of the valley here now. Go over to the Basque Country race itself and see where we are, guys. Here we are. Oh, we're coming up to this Marquina. Marquina, I love place names that start with X. But we're just going to call it Marquina. There is a Red Bull, I think it's a Red Bull time bonification area. Let me jump back to PCS. It is coming up right here. Yeah, right there. 6, 4, and 2 seconds time bonifications here. So that's what's coming up. You can see it right here. Marquina. And I think if we just cruise down a little bit. Where is all that stuff? Oh, yeah. I haven't done a translation here, so you can see what I'm trying to deal with, right? I love the translation. What is this? The leaders team in Baja Baja is cut into 2 parts. What does that even mean? Kevin Volkolon will be captured. Yeah, he's already been caught. Lipowitz went again. Soler was the last one to attack, guys. So we do have a little, I guess, sprint point coming up here. You can see it now. Here's the platoon. Chase group. Oh, they've got group 9 on road. So everything is absolutely splintered here, dudes. Smashed apart, obliterated. And they do have it that Marc Soler has won the bonification sprint. That just happened 15 seconds ago. Marc picks up 6 seconds. There will be 4 and 2 seconds coming up right away. And I don't think the main group has gone through it. They should be through it like right now. They're through it now. Yeah, I can see that category 1 Itzulia being a huge breaking point in the race there. I can see, yeah, I think Paul might go up and over top of that by himself again, just like he did on stage 2. Dave saying, when I hear the name Lucian, I think of the 90s wrestlers Fusion Thunder Liger. Dude, I don't even know who that is. That's a wrestler from the 90s. I don't. Dude, I loved wrestling from the old days too. Dave says he wants to name his first son Fusion Thunder Tiger. Eddie's also commenting that the Tour of Langkawi changes every year depending on what the state approves. So yeah, dude, hopefully we got a good route this year. Hopefully we got a good route. Cofidis rider leading the way here. Prudhomme second. Another Cofidis rider. We got 2 Cofidis. We got Izagura and Aramburu here together. Paul sitting currently in 5th place. 53 kilometers to go, guys. Let it refresh again. It's a little bit behind. I'm at 52.8 on Flow Bikes. I'm at 53 over here on PCS. I'm looking right at the camera because I never do. I should look at the camera more. I got to get my situation dialed in a bit better here, guys. Dialed in. What I need for the chat, I need like I do have a tablet. That's what I should do. I need a bigger tablet down low, like right here somewhere, so I'm more like looking to my eye. So I'm more looking at you dudes all the time as we suggest drinking games and more fun festivities for the Inside Cycling World meet and greets. Sounds so weird. It's more of just meet Colin and find out what an idiot he actually is in real life. What you see is what you get. Same person in real life. We got our front group of 13 here. There is a group right behind them. It says 18 seconds. Probably under 10 now. And it looks like there's probably at least 8 or 9 riders back there. I've got 10 riders showing up here on PCS. Big names here. Johansson, Healy, Utebrooks, Riccatello, Arietta, Tejeda, Scaroni in that group right there. So they're going to probably bridge across. We're going to have 23 riders in that front group. Skelmos is gone, apparently. This will be 3.4 kilometers at almost 7% gradient. So this isn't an easy climb either, guys. This is a brutal day on the bike. Okay. Love it. Dudes, somehow we got 29 people here. Somehow we got 29. Second group is now bridging on as we speak within 2 bike lengths. They're all back. Should have 23 riders in this group now, guys. The one rider that pulled them all back just kind of slid off the back. Looks like we might have Marc Soler having a nature break. Helicopter view is showing a nature break to me. What was that? So hilarious yesterday, dudes. I was watching a bit of last year's Paris-Roubaix. Just a tiny bit. I probably watched 10 kilometers and I was wiped out. This is the last thing I did before I went to sleep last night. And, yeah, okay, maybe it wasn't nature break. He just pulled away over the side. It is hilarious at Paris-Roubaix seeing the riders stop for nature breaks inside the towns. They're just stopping everywhere, taking whizzes on the sidewalks, walls beside people's houses. Just no, I'm going to say it, no F's given. Like, dude, how do they get away with it? I know it's Paris-Roubaix. Is this Riccatello going to the front? This might be Riccatello going to the front. Healy's making his presence known now too, guys. They're getting rammy early on the start. Really wide valley climbs, guys. High quality roads. Really nicely paved. Black tarmac. Black asphalt here. This looks really good. Fast climbing, I think. Max gradient here, 10%. And that max gradient is going to occur basically right dead center of the climb. We are going up Trabacua. Yeah, this is not like a little winding go path at all, this one. So more of a main road. Eddie's saying next year World Championship will be at the end of August. Do you think Vuelta change date? Eddie, I think we talked about this once before. Yeah, they're going to have to do something there. It's like either, so then you're not doing either race. Some riders might go for the beginning and prepare for the World Championships. I've seen that happen before. Or they've done that with the Olympics too. They'll go to the beginning of a stage race and then pull out. Riccatello in the front leading Healy right now. And Baudin is there as well. Remember, Alex Baudin sits in 7th place overall. That must be Aaron Buru, Astana rider. The Confidence riders are getting together here, passing him a gel right now or something. No, ice pack. So apparently it looks quite warm here. Weather forecast. 25 degrees Celsius. Pretty nice, man. Pretty nice. That's like a really, really nice day here in the summer. But if we get to 15 today, that's going to be fantastic. Could start tanning today, guys. Dave saying like, share, tell friends, countrymen, everyone. Tell everyone, guys, about the channel here, guys. We need to grow it. We're at 31 people watching right now. Hit the like button if you can, guys. Yeah, dudes. Can't wait to the Tour de France. Can't wait to the Giro. Can't wait to all the other big one-day races coming up. Really excited about Paris-Roubaix. Like I said earlier, I was thinking about doing the whole thing. I still might. Dude, I'm going to play it by ear. I kind of feel proud of the fact that when I did the Tour de France, I did every second. There are other people doing something similar to what I'm doing. Of course, nowhere near as good, right? Okay. But they kind of like just do like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm proud of the fact that I do the whole thing. So I kind of feel like I should do all of Paris-Roubaix, except, dude, it's 6.5 hours. Can you tolerate 6.5 hours of me blathering on the whole time? Maybe you can. If I get enough comments, I'll do it. Right now, I think I'm scheduled to do about 4.5 hours of the race. Still, that's a big day. You know, I've got stuff going on here. I'm trying to sell 2 vehicles right now. The Porsche may be getting withdrawn from the sales. There's too many scammers, too many guys that absolutely want to lowball you. I told the last guy, who's a legit dude, he goes, dude, how motivated are you? I said, dude, honestly, probably going to just pull it and fix it. I'll keep it stored somewhere, fix it myself, sell it for 30 grand later down the road. I can't give it away. Okay, so what are we saying? Oh, Hamilton 2003, the Swedish junior women didn't waste time leaving Main Street. I think I remember that too, Dave. Yeah, I think I remember that too. Film at 11. Fab saying, Healy not doing anything. When his neck gets that kink, well, give me like one of those, when he turns his head, that's when he's going to attack. Dave saying, you have built our community very, very strong. Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much. And Eddie's saying I'm going to have to check out the Genting Highlands. Dude, I am going to look today. Okay, so I got to send an email out really quick this morning. Like the second I'm done this, I got to send one quick email. Here's our standard contract. This is the lady that says, looking forward to working with you, Colin. When can you go meet my dad? Like, we're there. I just got to get her paperwork. Soler on the attack, guys. Healy going. So Soler is gone by himself. Healy's jumped across here. And yeah, you can tell this has to be Healy with that neck kink. Right here. See, looks like Nicolas Prudhomme still on the front back here in the chasing group. There's the reaction from Soler now. So it is showing up on PCS here. Marc Soler and Healy going up front. We're going to take a look back over here, guys. I'll show you where they're at. Rough situation here. This is the Category 3 con. Look at this road. What's going on here? Oh, wow. So we're going to go under a tunnel or something like that and loop back around up. This reminds me of the Sacalabra, except way bigger of a turnaround. Sacalabra has a little thing where you loop around like this and then climb up. That's on the island of Majorca. For all my cycling bros and friends here. Island of Majorca, tourism, send me across, bros. Dude, you know, like as a mate, I need to get something free from one of these companies. Just send me anything. Send me a sticker. Anything. Not one company. It's okay, dude. I'm fired. I'm fueled by myself. Fueled by Pop-Tarts and Sanka. That's from Dawn. Dave saying you can build a legal Epstein land. I don't know if I want to do that, dude. I'm not sure what we're talking about there. Dudes, going up the Category 3 now, we have 2 riders up front, Marc Soler and Ben Healy, 5-second chase group back. A lot of favorites here, dudes. We have Primoz, who's 2nd overall. We have Lipowitz, who's 3rd overall. First place, obviously, is Paul, Mr. Sexy. Igor Arrieta, Keon Uterbrooks, tops 10. Bilbao's up there. Aaron Buru, Ion Ezagera, I think, is 4th overall right now. He is 4th overall right now, Ion Ezagera. Kevin Vauquelon's in the mix. Alex Baudin, 7th overall. Tobias Holland Johansson. 19 riders in this group. 5 seconds behind our 2 leaders, Ben Healy and Marc Soler. This seems like a Ben Healy kind of day, doesn't it? You know, Ben does this, you know, and not to disparage Mr. Healy. Ben gets himself pretty far behind in the overall, goes out on win stages. That's what everyone does, though. Some guys, that's the only way they're ever going to win a stage, is get a big, lose a bunch of time, then you can go. I've always had people ask me too, well, Colin, why are they letting them go up the road? My daughters will ask me this. People that know nothing about cycling. I don't understand how aren't they winning the race now? It's a race every day. It's an individual race every day with an overall cumulative time. So if you're half an hour behind after day 1 and you want to get to the lead, you need to finish 30 minutes and 1 second ahead on day 2. The guy that's in first place at that point is not going to allow you to finish 30 minutes and 1 second ahead unless he can't stop you. So it's a different race every day. This is for the people that just find this channel randomly, looking for the weirdest channels on YouTube. You found it, bro. You found it. There will be a lot of crowds go crazy if Genting Highlands go back there. Matt Lindell says Ben Helicopter. I think we're talking about Ben Healy here. Ben the Helicopter Healy. 10-second lead in here now, guys. So from the favorite group, this is the second group on the road. It's saying it's just under a kilometer back to the Skelmos group, which includes Ben Tullett. Ben Tullett was pretty highly placed. He was 6th overall at the start of the day. So he is going to be dropping way down in the standings, I believe, today. Depending what finishes at the end. Let's take a look at the virtual GC. So if we look at Tullett right now, he's lost 11 positions based on his location today. Skelmos loses 10 positions from 5th to 15th. See what happens at the end of the day, though, guys. This could all turn around. All depends what happens ahead of them and how they react to this. We still have 2 more full climbs after this. So we're on the Category 3 right now. Gaps opening. They're letting them go. They're now letting them go, realizing Ben Healy is 31 minutes behind. Marc Soler is 27 minutes behind. Decathlon's like, yeah, that's fine. You can go. Keep going. Until it starts impacting the other teams, then they'll start providing work. Those 2 guys are so far behind, though, I think it's not going to really hurt anyone here. You know, if they were like 4 or 5 minutes behind, then there would be riders like Bilbao here, who's at 3:42, going, hey, wait a second, we got to do some work now. Javier Romo for Movistar and Uterbrooks. If these 2 dudes were only 4 behind, and they were going on a big break, then those teams would start working. I think everyone's just going to sit and watch today. I think it's going to be the Soler and Ben Healy show, unless Paul wants to stamp his authority again. Let's do it. Let's do it, Paul. Igor Arrieta in the green jersey, Paul in the yellow jersey at this race. Not as yellow as the Tour de France yellow. Dave's saying this is nowhere near the weirdest YouTube channel. Yeah, I know. I know I've been there and I was weirded out. Well, I thought maybe super weird would be good, Dave. I thought I'd get more viewers that way. Oh, yeah. Dude, sometimes I just really dig an instant coffee. It's got a certain... Dude, and you know what's even crazier? Instant creamer. Yeah, I have real creamer in the house. I'm using the Coffee Mate instant powder. Petroleum byproduct, apparently. I love it. I love the taste of it. Eddie's saying, I think there are VeloViewer that you can search in Google where you can find the third climb route. Yeah, oh, dude, for sure. You'll find all these climbs somewhere between VeloViewer, Mike Holes. What's the other one I used last year? I'll have to remember it. There's a really... You could try PJam, maybe. They're all free. They all have a subscription to... I should probably get a sub for one of them. I forget the name of the one I used last year, but I loved it. Really detailed, like down to individual houses on the maps. VeloViewer, I think VeloViewer is the same, and actually VeloViewer is a great deal too. It links to all the Strava segments, so you can see the times of the best riders in the world going up them. 45.6 Ks to go, guys. We're at 3 hours and just about 25 minutes into the race. So far, we've taken on 2 Category 1 climbs and 3 Category 3s. Let's say 4. We're finishing up the 4th Category 3 right now. Nice, wicked little climb here. The Trabacua. So, family stuff. Addison just got home from Puerto Vallarta yesterday. And she's like, oh, we're back. I won't tell you how she described coming home. It was the something hole. The S-hole. That's what she called it. Guys, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear in here. Sometimes I think I should. Like, that would really separate me from the mainstream broadcasters who are the pros. I should just be dropping F-bombs on here left, right, and center. The YouTube stream is set up as it's not children appropriate, so I won't get myself in trouble. But yeah, you're not going to hear Robbie McEwen dropping F-bombs. You're not going to hear Carlton Kirby doing that either. What is not advertising them, just an example from Reese's of a mind. Sorry, Dave, I'm not even sure you're talking about. It's all good, Dave. It's all good. You know, guys, there's been very, very few comments ever in the chat that have been like, huh? You know what? I think there was one chat where I asked, dude, there's only one admin to the channel, or live chat admin, and that's Don. And he's not even here today. Don, where are you, bro? I think there was one chat last year where I actually said, hey, Don, I need you to take care of business. So only once ever, which is really good. And I don't get offended by a lot either, so it must have been something that really bugged me. Oh, I think there was a fight going on. I think there was like an inter-chat battle going on, kind of like a tag team 1v1 death match. And so I said, I got to stop this right now. Oh, Fab Cycling. Lidl car just bumped EF rider Blocky. Dudes, I heard about that yesterday too. On the Inside Cycling World Discord. Join the Inside Cycling World Discord, guys. If you're a Discord user, just type in the same name you see here. You'll find it. Someone in there posted an update. So when Landa crashed, I think he was bumped by a car. I think Landa got hit by the medical car. I swear that's what it said. Would that have been right? Does anyone know that? Dudes, I don't even have it open right now. My Discord's shut. The rider stayed up though. Okay, I gotta get that off there. I'm just gonna check my messages. Oh, I got 2 more messages. Oh, great. And did you get a chance? Okay, I gotta answer them back later. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough question. I don't even know how to answer the question. I'm gonna have to call my broker up on that one. Mark Soler leading Ben Healy here, guys, down the descent here on the backside of Trabacua. They have a 35-second gap now. I think this will keep growing. This will keep growing. Like I said, I think Ben Healy's in 76th place. 73rd place. And Mark Soler is in 62nd place. There's no one back here that's going to be worried about fighting for those positions right now. So they're just going to let them coast up the road. And all the favorites are going to try to stay together. And if there's an opportunity, the favorites will take time out of each other that are in this GC group. They don't got to be worried about the guys up the road, dudes. And dudes, for all you that are watching, I know you're hardcore cycling fans. I'm kind of speaking more now to people that just stumble into the channel. If my mom ever watched this. Hi, Mom. I think Addison watches the videos once in a while. What about Carson? Carson, do you watch my videos still, dude? Yeah. Carson used to be Addison's boyfriend. I think he was around 3 years, and he watched every video. And he's not even a cycling fan. He said, I just like listening to hear you ramble about garbage. I'm like, thanks, dude. Great compliment. We got 3 riders for Decathlon here, 2 for Red Bull, 3 for Astana. Yeah, so these guys here, the battle's in here, guys. There's a lot you can see here, 322, 308, 407, 219, 228. Some of these are teammates. Those times are the ones that are going to be fighting each other in this group. They're not concerned about the guys that are 40 seconds up the road. Those guys up the road are actually 30 minutes behind overall. They lost so much time earlier in the race that they're actually 30 minutes behind these dudes, even though they're up the road right now. That's kind of a weird way to think about it. They would need to get 30 minutes up the road from these guys right now who are only 40 seconds back to get back on par with the majority of them. That's probably the best way I can put it without getting too complex. Dawn had to take out trash at Vuelta with protester trying to take over the chat. That's right. Okay, so Dave remembers that. Yeah, it was just something was going, oh yeah, it was a protester chit-chatting. Dudes, I'm all for protesting. Protesting is actually, dude, when I was making my instant coffee, I thought about it. Protesting, its history it's in cycling. There's been protests of cycling for decades. It's the way it is. I think the protests last year were kind of aggressive. Whatever. But I just don't really want it in the chat. It's cycling chat, right? It's only cycling and whatever I decide to talk about. And whatever you guys want to talk about. Dave's secret will be revealed after I finish work today. K2 secret. He's mounting an expedition to take on K2. Eddie's saying, I just found out that Mark Cavendish did the Tour of Langkawi in 2006. Wow. Garbage. Good band. Yeah. Totally, man. Dude, I've been going back and listening to a lot of 90s stuff again. Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam. Like, dude, some of that music is so good. So good. So good, dude. I've been listening to a lot of Linkin Park lately. Music I never really listened to before. It's just different. It's kind of like, am I a rap fan? And I'm not saying that Linkin Park's rap, but you get my drift, right? It's kind of rappy. But it's not metal either, but it's kind of like hard rock, maybe you want to call it. Maybe it's not hard rock. That's a stretch, isn't it? Yeah, just something different. John Mewson in American Flyers has a great description of stage racing. Dude, I'll have to watch that again. And yeah, dudes, for some reason this morning too, I was thinking about what are some good movie series we should all watch again. I was thinking Mission Impossible. I started watching them all again, I think it was last Christmas. I think there's 7 of them. I don't know. I mean, Tom Cruise, love him or hate him or love him. He's good in the role. And he is, what I think someone said recently, he's like the last true Hollywood star. Like, I kind of see it. Like, he does everything. He does all his own stunts, gets beat up, gets hurt, does everything. Doesn't have someone filling in for him. Yeah, he's weird, but whatever. So yeah, maybe I'll do all the Mission Impossibles again from the start. Dave's saying, yeah, Dave's agreed to it. He is doing K2. He's mounting an expedition. It's confirmed here live on Inside Cycling World. This is the legit news source here, guys. 2 riders up the road, 37 seconds back to our chase group. Matthew, Ricka, Frick, and Tello leading the way here, guys. That's who I think that is there. Prudhomme's in the mix, too. We know Paul's in the yellow jersey here. We have 19 riders in this group chasing 2 up front. Then it's a further, it's 2 minutes, 50 seconds from the front back to the Skelmos group. That's Skelmos and Tullett, so they're losing huge time today, guys. Ben Tullett was 6th place. Skelmos was 5th place. They're gone. She gone. That looks good for riders like Alex Baudin here, who starts the day in 7th. Those 2 are gone. He's now in 5th if he hangs here with these guys. It's going to move up a lot, guys. That's stage racing. If you're not on every day, you can lose a lot of time. Ben Healy takes the lead here now. Soler, the shorts are so long. I love it. The long cut. Never going to wear those. I like to see my quads. Dave saying I was listening to Alan Cross's podcast yesterday. Dude, Dave, I don't even know who that is, but yeah, I love different podcasts. I listen to a podcast every night before I fall asleep. I listen to podcasts everywhere I drive. Yeah, the protests in La Vuelta changed everything that happened in Israel Premier League. Yeah, they disrupted. They basically barricaded the riders with a banner across the road during the team time trial. And they forced Israel Premier Tech to drop the name Israel from their jersey. There were riders attacked during the race. And I don't think they were all Israel Premier Tech. And yeah, it was the final stage. I forgot about that. The final stage got stopped, and they sat there. Yeah, so the final sprint stage, I guess it would have been into Madrid. Yeah, sure, Madrid, maybe. One of those Spanish places. And yeah, the whole stage was canceled. Kind of ruined everything. I would say protest, but don't stop the race. There's no point. You're just ruining it for everyone that's got nothing to do with it. Barry Musin. Okay, I'm going to look that up, Dave. Maybe I should watch that today. Batman, Dark Knights, especially with the Joker. Yeah, dude, the Batman series. That's another good one. Like, I'm not thinking Star Wars because I've seen them all, but, well, I guess I could watch them again. Watch the those fucking hands, Dave. I know exactly what you're talking about. The Tom Cruise hands in Tropic Thunder is the best thing ever put on the cinema. Yeah, dude, I love it. I just rewatched Ellen Ripley's Second Story. Second Story? Do you mean Aliens? Okay, LMF 25, Whitley Bay, right here, dude. Landa was taken out of the race by the doctor's car. The driver of the car, named as Santiago Bianco, has been removed from the race and fined 500 Swiss francs. Patricia Garcia's here. Patricia, all the way. This is not actually Patricia. I think this is Matt. Is it Matt? I think it's Matt. Several pseudonyms here saying, "What's up, dudes? Dude, we're just rocking it out here today." I'm pretty sure it's Matt and Patricia. So yeah, dude, crazy. The medical car hit Landa descending and knocked him out of the race. I don't even know what his medical update is right now. Okay, just watching the race, you guys. I thought there was a cyclist going backwards. It was a spectator pulling up to the race there. Helicopter shot. We are on the descent now down into Ibar, where we will have... hang on a second here. Are we getting more? It says riders' points here. 6-4 and 2 seconds. No, this is green jersey. Green jersey coming up here, guys, into Ibar. We have 10, 6, and 4 points available. They should be swooped up by Mark Soler and Ben Healy. Points leader is Igor Irieta. Let's take a look at the points right now. Igor Irieta has the points jersey by default, as Paul is wearing the yellow, and he gifts the green jersey to Igor Irieta, who is 30 points behind Paul in the points classification. So that's a nice gift for Igor Irieta today. He does not actually own it. It is Paul's. Okay, Dave. Alan Cross started a show in 1983 called The Ongoing History of Modern Rock. Dude, I do know that. So great. I listened to the original airing in the dark with my cat for 2 hours straight. Dude, I love it. And Whitley Bay saying, I think he's saying too, Alan Cross are great. I think that's what he's saying there too. Patricia. Yeah, Patricia Matt. Pitcock lost a win at La Vuelta. Dude, I remember that one too. I think there was Pitcock and one other rider. Who was it? They were racing into a city and they stopped the race 3 kilometers short. The other rider stopped and waited like, I think it was it Jonas? Yeah, I think it was Jonas. I'm positive. Jonas sat there like a good boy. Pitcock just rode to the finish. He's like, I don't care. I'm riding through this. That's Pitcock though. Jonas seems very by the rules. Pitcock, he's more of a rebel, obviously. You see it all the time with him. Aliens, yes. Part 2 of the Ellen Ripley story. Yes, it is Matt. Okay. Landa did finish the stage. Wow. Landa did finish. Dude, I didn't know that either. And I watched that race. Matt, no, dude, I didn't go to Cabo, so that was January 31st. I got bumped off that trip. Dude, there was like job stuff going on. I had so many good job interviews. Yeah. Late November, early December, 2 job interviews. They both loved me. The job in both cases became, we're going to make you this, Colin. The first one, I did a working interview with them. And then I spent over an hour with the dude. And then come the middle of December, we already filled the position. I think they went and found someone a lot younger than me and paid them half the money. And that's fine. Whatever, dude. Who knows? Maybe there's still a job waiting there for me. Because the guy that interviewed me, not a salesman at all. Could barely speak. Very awkward talker. I'm like, dude, you need someone who's kind of razzle-dazzle doing this, who likes talking to people. You obviously don't. He was a geologist as well, but just liked to be quiet in the back working. Not a salesman whatsoever. And, dude, I think in sales, you don't really need to sell anything. You just got to, like, be nice and be friendly to people. Your product will sell itself if it's good. But soon as people get that idea that, you're selling me something? Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. I'm the same way. So I just go and have a good time with people. Yeah. Oh, you want to look at? Yeah, let's look at our stuff too, man. We can do that. And then there was another one, probably within a week. We love you, dude. Come on, you're going to work. But we don't want you doing this job. We want you downtown. Let's talk in 2 weeks. 2 weeks came. Let's wait till after Christmas, Colin. First week of January. Got back to me again. Let's wait till the end of January, Colin. I was like, So during that point, I jumped out of the trip. We replaced me with Addison to go down on the girls' Cabo trip. And then I never heard back from those people. So I said, F you. Yeah, that's right, those companies. You're getting one of those from me right now. And, dude, I'm back doing my own thing now. YouTube all the way in the mornings. Realtor and property manager, and I love property management, guys. 2 riders on the front, Ben Healy, Mark Soler, 35-second gap over the Paul Riccatello Prudhomme Decathlon team group that's coming up at the back. Oh no, it's raining. But Matt, I will be going on a trip here in the fall at some point. I got a bunch of trips. Dude, I actually spent a couple hours one day. And believe it or not, it was for Denver, Colorado, because I said I want to go back to Denver. I'm trying to do a 3-day trip down for a homestand for the Rockies. Trying to line up a good team that I want. I'll watch any team play baseball. Here, I'm going to refresh this, guys. I think we're a little bit behind there. We are through I-bar now. I'll let you know who got those points. Should be Soler and Healy, obviously. So I was looking at WestJet flights. How could I line them up with a 3-game stand? You know, you look at the flights. This is the cheapest flight of the week. Soler got 10, 6 for Healy, 4 for Prudhomme for Decathlon, who is leading the way through next. I can get the 206 flight down, $206 flight down on a Monday, but they don't play until the Wednesday. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure it out. Matt here, the gap right now is 35 seconds from the GC Chase group to our 2 leaders up the road. That's for Matt there. I would have gone full Eno the Badger on them. That's from Whitley Bay. Yeah, Soler and Healy have a 36-second gap on the GC. Yeah, 36, 35 seconds right around there, guys. And I don't think they're going to chase too hard, but I think Paul's going to pull something off, you guys. I think Paul's going to go on the attack and just destroy everyone here again. He's doing this. He's like, Poggy, are you watching? That's what I think is going to happen. I really think so. Decathlon pushing hard at the front here on the climb, guys. We're just in these 2 little divots. They're like little walls here, really. The climb's already started here. We do drop down flat for maybe a couple hundred meters, and then the climb really starts. I bet you we're going to turn off the main road onto a little side road. That's what's going to happen there. That's my guess. I'm going to watch the camera, the video here very closely. Eddie's saying, do you think La Vuelta needed Army on route side to prevent last year's accident? Dude, there's always been protests at races. Like, I hated seeing it. I don't want to see a rider get wiped out. And there were several occasions where that happened. There were riders taken down. Soler waving at the camera here. At someone, anyways. Would the Army have made a difference? Protests are very common in Spain, too. Like, they like to protest a lot more there. It's just part of the culture, I guess. I don't think it would have made a difference having the army there. You did notice, however, too, that there wasn't one protester in Rwanda, and there was zero protesting in China. There you go. Said it. Eddie's asking, am I retired? Nah, dude, I'm not retired. I'm never going to retire. Geology, I guess I'm retired. But once a geologist, always a geologist. Decathlon pushing at the front here with the other rider here from EF. I'm not sure if that's Baudin. Yeah, it's going to be Baudin. He's the only one left here. There was 3 riders before. Balaki's out the back. That's what happened. Baudin is sitting, I think, 6th or 7th right now. 7th. And actually, he's going to move up because Skelmos and Tullett, who were ahead of him, are now gone out the back. So he's going to be doing some work here to vault himself up there. Also knowing Healy's up the road there to help him. Start of the climb, they are turning off the main road. This road does look pretty decent, though. It's not a goat track. Maybe it'll become that. I don't think it will, though. Matt saying, I was hoping that you were kicking it in Cabo with Del Toro. It's all good. Dude, I will be back there soon. So recently, Avery went to... So the girls went to Cabo. Avery went to Cancun with her boyfriend. Addison just came back yesterday from Puerto Vallarta with her boyfriend. She loved it there. That's her first time there. I love Cabo. It's probably my favorite place to go. It doesn't have some of the cool stuff that maybe is over in the Cancun side, like the ruins and all that stuff. But, dude, when I go on vacation, I'm going just to relax. I'm not going to, like, climb mountains. I'm not going to, go zip lining. I've done that with the girls when they were little. Did all that. Now it's like I'm going there, white thong, banana boat 4, buffets, head into town a couple times. I do like going into town to look around, to, eat at some smaller places. Oh, Alice in Chains. Sorry, dude. Alice in Chains. Yep, AIC. We need, Fab saying, we need more Bernardi Knows in the Peloton. Just take matters into your own hands. I think that's going to be a Paul. That is Paul. He just takes matters into his own hands. Stage 2 in particular. Eddie's asking my favorites. Dude, I need to look at the entire start list. I'm not even sure if they fully... It's got to be getting close. Dude, that's my project for today, for Eddie. Who's my favorite? Is Jonas going? Poggy's not going. Paul's not signed up for it. Dude, I'll have to go through it all and start thinking about that. Yeah, Healy and Soler just took the right. That's where they quickly jumped up the side of the road there, guys, and they will be climbing the Yazua now. Penultimate climb, guys. I mean, I guess there is a slightly false flat climb at the end, but we're saying this category 1 is the penultimate climb, categorized climb of the day. Healy on the attack. Healy's going out of the saddle, but Paul's lurking. Healy attacks once he knows they're going to be caught. Soler's just kind of shutting it down. Swerving across the road. He's getting away out of the chase group. Decathlon pushing hard. Paul is second rider. Decathlon rider pulls off. He just parked it. Absolutely parked it. And here comes Paul right now, guys. Wow, dude. I know the hype is real. The hype is real for Paul. But, dude, is he the next massive champion for France? Like, imagine if we have another French Tour de France champion. Like, just imagine that what will happen there in France. They'll have a they'll make a national holiday for Paul at that point. He's leading the way up. He's not waiting for anyone to do the work. He's like, I'm coming to the front, boys. That group is now down to 6 riders. 2 Red Bull riders. Paul. Looks like Eon's there. 1 Cofidis rider there. They're picking up Healy now. I'm also seeing 1 Movistar rider. That's probably Kian Uterbrooks, I'm going to guess. Unless we've lost him too. Yeah, it's probably Kian Uterbrooks. Paul. Healy gets caught. Paul just goes right by him. No attack yet. So the group is splintered, but they're close, guys. If it backs off a little bit, that second group should be able to get back on. We have 5 riders in this group. Healy's gone already. Healy's gone back to the second group. And looks like we have a Bahrain rider coming back right now. That looks like Peo Bilbao. It is. 111 is Peo Bilbao. He's trying to work his way back on right now. Matthew Riccatello, not in the greatest form right now. He is slipping out the back slowly. Would have expected more out of Matthew. Come on, Matthew Ricca Friccantello. Maybe his conditioning's not all the way there yet, because he should be able to handle these climbs. Looks like Uterbrooks is fading a little bit now. He is fading. So we have Paul, 2 Red Bull riders, Ion Izagirre. Uterbrooks just faded a little bit, maybe 10 meters back. And guys, this one isn't crazy steep. Oh, okay, sorry, it is. 9.9% is the average over 3.6 kilometers. Here's our detailed profile, guys. Is that right? Yeah, 10, 11, 12%. Max is out at 13, it says here. And yeah, there right now, Keon Uterbrooks is struggling to hold on. That was just recently. Paul's out of the saddle attacking, guys. Okay, he sits it down. He just accelerated a little bit. Lipowitz pulls up beside him. And actually, Lipowitz is going on the move, guys. Lipowitz puts in a slight counterattack. Him and Paul quickly break away. Primoz just sits in the saddle. He's not going to counterattack yet. He's going to diesel up. I think Ion Izagirre is hurt, though. Ion Izagirre is hurt. Paul looks over at Lipowitz. Has a quick gander at him. Interesting duel here, guys. So Primoz and Ion are gone. Primoz is just doing his own ride. He didn't panic. He just stayed in the saddle. He's like, I'm just going to continue riding just like I am. If it backs off a bit, I should be able to pull my way back up. He will be getting communications, comms, we'll just say from Lipowitz up the road too, that's going back to the team car, telling him what Paul's doing. Paul is out of the saddle again, attacking. Has a quick look back. Yeah, Primoz just grinding, just spinning a super light gear here. Just spinning away. Okay, just going to back up a bit here. Oh, wow. Fab, Cabo, beach at 4 p.m., cartel violence at 5. Great entertainment. Yeah, dude, so the good thing about that, I love it. Cabo is away from all the violence. So all the violence would be like near Puerto Vallarta, and Mazatlan's really bad. Like for years, people are like, yeah, Mazatlan's not the way it used to be. The cartel's kind of taken that over again. I did go to Mazatlan once in 2018. We went as a family there right after Avery's boyfriend died. She was in high school. Her boyfriend died in a horrible car crash, which made national news here in Canada at the time. And shortly thereafter, that's when we had the huge bus crash here of the Humboldt Broncos. He had friends that were on that bus too. So it was like just a 3-4 weeks of just like, what just happened here? That would have been March 13th of 2018. And I think the Humboldt bus crash was very beginning of April. So we took off before the Humboldt bus crash for a week down there just to get Avery out of here. But yeah, Cabo, really safe. Puerto Vallarta right now, Like I even told Addison and her boyfriend Holden, I said, hey guys, don't be doing any late night strolls away from the resort. I think right near the resorts, very safe. Because they know that's their money. That's their money. And probably a lot of those resorts are probably controlled by the cartel. It wouldn't surprise me. Dudes, my first trip, I went down there to Cancun in 2011, I think it was. Stayed at a little resort. Small resort. Loved it. Right on the beach. Right off 5th Avenue in Playa del Carmen. 5th Avenue. Is it 5th or 4th? It's 5th, I think. That's their big street with all the stores. Primoz is still hanging there, guys. Primoz is right there, just spinning. I think he's just going to let them sit there. They're saying he's 7 seconds back. But yeah, so that resort we stayed at in Playa. Every day, 4 very Mexican-looking dudes showed up. 2 of them were like 2 of the biggest men I've ever seen in my life. And they just sat there all day at a table, drinking coffee, smoking cigarettes. Every day they showed up, and then they'd leave at the end of the day. And they'd show up, and they'd leave. I'm convinced that they are like security. They have an investment in the place. That's just my conspiracy theory and whatever. Primoz out of the saddle now. I think he knows he can rejoin them, or he's getting a bit worried that he's going to lose too much distance now. He is 9 seconds behind. Actually, he's ahead of Lipowitz. So this is the 2 Red Bull teammates would be flip-flopping each other. Primoz is 9 seconds ahead of Lipowitz. Right now on the road, Primoz is 9 seconds behind Lipowitz, so he would be giving second place away. Wonder if there's any race strategy, race tactics going on here right now. So it will be Paul and Leipowitz going to top of the climb first. Okay, I got to catch up, guys. Dave's saying Paul is sending a message and training. Yeah. Yeah, they could come back together here on the descent, guys. It's quite a long descent. We're going to be probably descending for 10, 11 kilometers here. We still have 27 kilometers to go. Back to Primos. Still looks like he's sitting around 9, 10 seconds. And Peo Bilbao, he is just trying to get back onto the chasing group. This would be, I think this is the Alex Baudin group. I can't tell if Ben Healy's there. Actually, Kian Uterbrooks is now making his way back up, it looks like, to Primos. I think that's what I'm seeing there. Yeah, I think, I'm not sure. Not sure about that. 97, I don't think that's Uterbrooks. I got to go see here, guys. For Movistar, it's Javier Romo. Javier Romos came out of that chase group, and he goes past Primos. Javier Romo, this dude right here, feeling good today. 27-year-olds from Villafranca de los Caballeros. The Spaniard here. Big dude, too. 1.84 meters tall. I think he rocks a mullet as well. I love it. Jumping back, guys. At the top of the climb now. We will be starting the descent. We're not at the top. We're getting close. Romo looks really strong today. Where is Romo overall? He's 356 back. Javier Romo is 12th place overall right now. I think he's moving up in the standings today, guys. He's going to move up a little bit depending what happens here with the other riders. Paul putting in a bit of a dig here at the top. Lots of fans out here, guys. Matt saying France must be very excited about Paul. When does he turn 20? Yeah, good question, dude. He doesn't turn 20 until September. So if he went to the Tour de France, if he won, I think he'd be the youngest winner ever. Poggi won it as a 21-year-old. Poggi did La Vuelta as a 20-year-old, almost 21-year-old. Poggi's birthday is in September as well. So he did La Vuelta, I think it was 2019, and he finished third as an almost 21-year-old. Then he did the Tour de France 7 months later, 8 months later, whatever it is, 9, and won as a 21-year-old. So I think that's probably got to be the youngest. Someone can correct me on that. Fab saying Paul shouldn't be doing work and Leipowitz should attack now. Wow, here's Romo. Romo just rolls, as I'm just like cruising through the stats, you guys, and reading the chat and just blathering. Romo, man. Oh. Romo, I never got to finish my sentence. Romo just rolled up on their back wheel, sat on Leipowitz. I think he just bumped Leipowitz's back wheel and crashed. You haven't even seen it on Pro Cycling Stats here yet, guys. Javier Romo just rolled up past Roglic, got on their wheels, fought his way back, slight touch of wheels, right at the crest. There's the crash now by Pro Cycling Stats. Hey, Pro Cycling Stats, you should hire me. You should hire me. Colin, Inside Cycling World. We could do a collab. I think he touched wheels and he went down pretty hard. Would have been going maybe 15 miles an hour, but he went down pretty hard there. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Primos. Here it is. They're showing the replay of it. Javier Romo comes up on the wheel, and I was just going to mention it. Dude, I think he was going to pass them, and I think he bumped. He bumped Leipowitz's wheel. He must have, because I saw Leipowitz swerving all over the road after that point. So I think he went to attack over the top and bumped Leipowitz's wheel, crashed himself. So where is Javier Romo now? Now they have Roglic back in third place, 17 seconds down. Where is Romo? He's now in the fourth group again, the third group. Sorry. He's now in the third group. How unfortunate is that? Javier Romo, Movistar rider. And I was just talking about him too on the way up. I said he's got a mullet. Looks like he rocks a mullet. This is the dude from Villafranca de los Caballeros. Dude, I'm impressed with my... Yeah. Here's Romo again. He's not holding back, though. So, a little bit of a shunt for Romo there. I think he's on the attack. He's out to prove something today. He's passed Primos again, dudes. On the descent. Man, he's riding. Dude, let's... Javier, from your coach. Call on the coach. Let's not get too crazy here. Let's not get too nutty. We know you're ticked. We know you had adrenaline flowing right now after that small incident. Do not crash on this descent trying to get back on with those two up front. But yeah, he's going for it, guys. Okay. Fab saying, riders are supposed to shake their arms when they stay up. Lipowitz didn't, and when he stood up, his wheel went... Oh, okay, Fab, great comments. Okay. Dude, Fab, I don't think I even knew that. Is that like a common courtesy thing? So Fab saying, riders are supposed to shake their arms when they, I guess, stand up. Lipowitz didn't, and when he stood up, his back wheel went into Romo's. Wow. Yeah, nothing like rage watts on the descent. Yeah, I think Romo is raging. So if that is something that they do, dude, I don't think I even knew that. So maybe that's a way of knowing. Yeah, because I guess when you stand up, you're going to kind of hesitate. And that's going to tell the guy behind it, whoa, it's going to force him into your back wheel. So Lipowitz could have potentially, unfortunately, accidentally crashed out Romo there. Now Romo's bombing down the hill, probably coming for blood. Rage watts. I like that too. Paul leading the way here, guys. We know Paul can descend. Incredible descender. We saw that on stage 2 when he just bombed away from everyone. Yeah, here comes Paul. Dudes, 25 kilometers to go. I'm just going to give this a little quick refresh. 22.7 on the descent. I think this could be a quick nature break time. Yeah, he's coming, guys. Whitley Bay here saying Romo's got back on the 2 up front. I'm seeing him just a little bit back still, but he's going for it. I'll try to recognize little features on the road here. I do this a lot when I watch the racing, guys. I watch the leaders and I look for certain things on the road that I can see the other guys coming up to. And then I can kind of do the time guess. Primos is 12 seconds. Yeah, Javier Ramos is now 10 seconds behind them on the road, it says. Primos at 22. Chase group of other favorites at 30 seconds back. And I think that group's been split in two as well on the descent. We are 5 kilometers to the foot of Urcaregi. 5.3 kilometers at 4.3%. So this one's pretty chill, guys. Nothing crazy steep here. Okay, Fab's saying here. Dude, Fab. Dude, love you, dude. He's saying, yes, they shake both arms to let the rider know they are going to stand up. And when you stand up, your wheel goes back a bit. So I think it's kind of like hands on the handlebar, just kind of give your arms a little shake. Like, hey, dude, this is what I'm doing. Dude, I did not know that. I've been watching cycling since 1984. I didn't know that was actual thing that they did. But yeah, it makes sense on like a steep climb. Soon as you stand up, you're going to probably slow that half millisecond. And then the other guy hits. I can't wait to see what Romo's got to say here. Don's here. Bay 12, please. Don, welcome aboard. Look into my eye, Don. Look into my eye. Yeah, no, I got you, Whitley. He's close, though. He is right on them. It's only 10 seconds. Dudes, let's go back to the Basque Country race. I can kind of show you the map better here. So you can see, guys, it's been kind of a weird day. Like, this is where there's a sprint point at Ibar. We climbed up here through the category 1 climb here. Oh, this is hilarious. They call it terror. The terror of the climb. We're now descending here. We do have one more category 3 to take on today, which will be this one here, Urcaregi. We'll come back around through Ibar, or no, different place here. Can't see that name fully. And we finish back at Ibar, though, because the stage is Ibar to Ibar. Wow. What a day. What a day. So we will be hanging a hard right and starting another climb, but it's nothing too crazy, guys. It's going to be a high-speed climb. Yeah, Dawn, Bay 12, please. Exactly. Last climb is nothing but a false flat. Yeah, dude, exactly, Matt. Matt, where are you from, dude? Matt Lindell, where are you from, dude? Did I ask you this already? Did you say New Jersey as well? You might have. There's several Matts here. That's why I'm asking that. Dudes, I'm going to take a quick nature break here. We are on the descent before we do that last climb. And we'll go from there. We are rocking 4 coffees in the system right now. Well, 3.5. That'll let me be situated for the final 19 kilometers. Be right back, dudes. All right, dudes, that's as quick as I can make it. And back, and they've taken that corner now, and now they'll be heading more to the southeasterly direction, going up Ukarigi. Let me get you back here now. Lipowitz, Paul, 17 seconds up the road from Primoz and Javier Romo. So they've reunited here. Actually seeing that on camera right now. Primoz catching up. Let me just refresh this. We only have 18 kilometers to go here. 17.4 on Flow Bikes. Primoz coming up quick on Javier Romo here. They might be able to work together here. And jumping back to the chat. Main GC group at 40 seconds from LMF 25, which means Paul and company should take this to the line, methinks. Yeah, dude, I think so too. Looking at the climb here, max grading on this is only 8%. Average is 4.7. We're going to gain 245 meters in elevation. That's probably, I don't know, like 750, 800 feet of climbing for my American friends, or if you like to think that way. Now they're saying it's 24 seconds to Primoz and Javier Romo. Drew, how about them Denver University Pioneers going to hockey finals again? Drew, I didn't know anything about that. Won 4-3 in second overtime. Dude, it's all sorts of stuff going on in the sports world. Cycling is really going off now, guys. Playoff hockey, NHL starts. It starts this month. Does this start this month? Yeah, I think playoff hockey for the Stanley Cup starts in late April. So we're there, just about there. Nice little turn here, kicking up pretty decent. This must be one of the steeper parts of the climb right here. Let's take a nice slow-mo look at Paul here. Rocking the glasses. You can see he's got an old wound on his left shoulder there, big scab. Looks like that's healing right now. I think they ride Van Riesels. Is that what they ride? Yeah, they ride the Van Riesel bike. And here's Florian Lipowitz. Florian, 4th at the Tour de France last year. Is that correct, guys? I think he was 4th last year. 3rd at the Tour de France. I should have known better. I remember he was having quite the battle with Vauquelin for a while. Vauquelin kind of faded at the end of the Tour de France last year. And, you know, Lipowitz is a real deal too, guys. It's not like he just stumbled into that 3rd place. You know, he was top 10 for most of it and slowly worked his way up. Wasn't like he had one stage. It was like, oh, surprise win. He picked up 12 minutes in one day. He was right there at every stage. Third place, fourth place, fifth place, fourth place. Wow, what a year for him. Then DNF, both the Canadian races. Those are hard races. It's kind of like if you're not at the front, pretty much everyone DNFs those. There's no point finishing them. Circuit races. This looks like Vauquelin probably getting a bottle here. Didn't look sticky at all to me. So they have a 27-second lead now over Primoz and Javier Romo. 43 seconds back to Clement Champasson group. They are on the Category 3 climb, the last climb of the day, guys. All we have left after that is some false flatty. Avalanche clinched home team status throughout all the NHL playoffs. Yeah, dude, I'm going to start following again Sportsnet. I'm watching a lot of sports lately. We got the Blue Jays playing today. The Blue Jays broke their 6-game losing streak against the Dodgers yesterday. They are on a day off today. Yesterday they were on a day off, so that was the day before. Yesterday they were on a day off, and tonight they take on Minnesota Twins. So, dude, Drew, I'm probably going to be coming to Denver, I think, to see the Rockies play. The Rockies and someone. Or if I'm smart, I might be able to see the Rockies play 1 game of one team and 2 games of the other. I think I could do 3 days in a row. I think that'd be really cool to do. And I know when we came down in June, we landed at 11 a.m. We were at the game for the 1 p.m. start. So I think the way I looked at it, it's usually like one afternoon game, and it'll be wedged sandwiched in between 2 night games. Night games start at 6:40 local time, which is Calgary time. So I don't have any time change, nothing going on when I go down there. So obviously on the landing day, actually, you know what? I should probably go for the later game on my landing day, so I can get to the hotel, get decked out in my gear, and go for that. I think I'm going to do that. So it's just a matter of coordinating the flights with the teams that I want to see, but realistically, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm learning the teams every time I watch. And that's the beauty of these 3-game stands. You get to learn the entire other team. Okay, so back to the race, guys. Lipowitz is leading. Sorry, that was Primoz leading Javier Romo there. We have Lipowitz with Paul up the road. Now a 29-second gap. 50 seconds back from the front, we have Clement Champasson, Tejeda, Uterbrooks, Bilbao, Izagirre, Baudin, Vauquelin, and Tobias Halland Johansson. You can see here on the profile, guys, it's not a hard climb at all. 4.5, 5, maybe 6% max gradient through here. Flattens out at the top into even more of a false flat at 2% gradients. After that, they're descending again. We're less than 15 kilometers to go now, guys. So funny here. PCS is now showing 13.8 and FlowBikes is behind. Although FlowBikes is live. Live within 30 seconds, but not a full kilometer out. That's for sure. Primoz is working. They're 27. Okay, we're on the front 2. Paul's at the front, leading Lipowitz right now. Primoz would have worked his way back up to Romo, and now they're just sitting kind of static there at 27, 28 seconds. Fab saying Red Bull riders have no excuses to work. Tactics are on point, but Paul's power just going to mow down your Red Bull tactics. Yeah, probably, dude. Probably. So yeah, dude, we got lots of baseball to watch. We've got tons of hockey playoffs coming up. If you don't watch the hockey playoffs, if you don't really watch hockey, just start watching it, guys. It's kind of like when I tell my friends, they're like, I don't understand cycling. You just got to watch it a little bit. And like, with the playoffs, you're going to see the same teams. So you're going to learn the other team real quick. You're going to learn the lineups. And that's what I'm really enjoying about the baseball. Like, I think the Blue Jays' first games were against the Athletics, I think. I could be wrong. And then I was watching New York play the Athletics. So I kind of really know that lineup now. Please don't quiz me. Please don't quiz me. Because I won't remember right now. Rockies play the Minnesota Twins the 18th, 19th, and 20th. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Drew's 2 teams. July. Yeah, dude, so that's what I'm looking for. Like, I think if I'm smart, I would do that. Or maybe catch 2 different teams on the Rockies on a homestand. And I would pick the Rockies because someone said you should be a Seattle fan. And I really want to be a Seattle fan. They're my 2 closest teams. Seattle guys. Never won a World Series. 1 of 5 teams. Have never been to the World Series. They're the only team that's never been. Last year, they got bumped out by Toronto. They were one step away from making their first appearance. Paul's looks like he's going to start digging hard here now, guys. Leipowitz grabs a bottle from the team. Very conveniently at a steep part. Very conveniently. Long pause. Long pause. Little sketch. Actually, it wasn't that sticky of a bottle. Fab's cheering on the Habs. Dude, yeah, I got to do some research today on hockey and see even who's going where, when. And I think, from when I grew up, I think the NHL playoffs have totally changed as well. Because I saw them talking to someone. I think, actually, you know what? They had Brett Hull on a show and they were saying, do you want to see hockey playoffs go back to the old ways? Which I think meant there was 8 teams. Was there 8? Yeah, dude. See, this is how little I remember hockey now. Best placed team plays the lowest team there. So you're kind of getting rewarded for being the best. You get to play the worst of the playoff teams. Second place 7th, third place 6th, like that. They don't do it that way anymore. So realistically, you can lose a couple of really, really good teams in the first round if things don't go their way. So I didn't even know when they changed it because I just really haven't followed hockey a lot lately. In the last few years. I mean, I've started watching playoffs again because of the Oilers. Can Florian dust Paul at the finish? Dude, I don't think so. I think Paul's going to go on it here. St. Louis comes in 21st, 2nd, and 23rd. Same homestand for the Colorado Rockies. Yeah, dude, I'm actively looking right now to see what I can do with flights and which games. Yeah, just looking. You can get a cheap flight. I think the cheapest flight's down. I saw a flight down from Calgary, $206. I saw a flight back for $154. And they're the flights I want. They're not some weird, funky flight. I want to get there early. We got there at 11 a.m., left the airport, quick Uber, checked into the hotel, and we made the start of the 1 o'clock game. So I was pretty pumped about that. Dave saying, hockey used to be all 7-game series with sudden death, OT, in all games. No shootouts. Yeah, dude, things have changed. I will watch the hockey playoffs, though. And I will continue to watch every Blue Jays game. I've seen them all so far. Outside of, I think, a last bit of one of the White Sox games. Oh, and the 14-2 shellacking by the Dodgers. I think I walked away in the 8th inning. I'm like, yep, that's it. We're going to call it. At the top of Urkaregi right now, they actually showed the banner up top there. Showed the elevation too. Dudes, we are 12 kilometers to the finish. We have a 30-second gap between 2 riders at the front. Number 1 and number 3 currently in the race. That's Paul Seha and Seisha, Sexy, and Florian Leipowitz, who's technically 3rd place overall. Virtually right now, Florian Leipowitz vaults into 2nd place over his teammate Primos, who is riding 35 seconds back with Javier Romo. There's only 9 seconds between those 2 riders. You can see it right here. Primos is 35 seconds behind. He has a 9-second lead over Leipowitz, his teammate here. So he's actually behind now in the race. I hear some moving upstairs. 10 kilometers to go, guys. This is going to be a good time. We finish here shortly, guys. It's 9:30 in the morning for me. Dudes, so glad I jumped in here to do this today because, again, I was sitting there just staring at the TV at 6:45, going live at 7, going, well, did it. Engaged. It's kind of like a workout, dudes. You know when you don't want to work out, and as soon as you start working out, you're like, yeah, that was the best decision I ever made. You know, your brain is always trying to stop you. Drew, which teams do you like calling? I'm looking at the schedule for the Rockies. Looks like Paul got the KOM points there. Lipo and Le Petit Baguette are descending. Talking about baguettes, guys, back in 2012 when I went to the Silverstone Formula One, been looking at a little bit of Formula One again, guys. Don't like modern Formula One. Can't stand the sound. I see all these videos comparing 2004, 2012, 14, and then now. And it's like, this is the worst sound of all time. I would not. It's kind of weird. Like right now, I'm like, if you're a Formula One fan, why are you loving it so much? Because the cars are like 14 feet wide and 38 feet long. They're huge cars, and they're quiet. They sound like a fart can going off. I hate it. I can't even watch it anymore. But yeah, this is my baguette story. At the Silverstone Formula One, on the race site, we lived, all three of us, me, Trevor, and Birch, we lived on bacon baguettes. That's what we lived on, guys. Like, as many as we could eat, we lived on bacon baguettes, which is basically a sub, if you're here in North America, guys, slathered with butter and bacon. And then you put a brown sauce on it. You got to have a brown sauce. Most of us here in North America, we don't eat brown sauces. In the UK, that's a daily affair. If you're from LAMF, do you use brown sauce every day? I probably bet you do. Brown sauce for the win. Early May, Detroit 3 games, then San Diego, later May, Pittsburgh, then the Yankees. I know, Drew, I was looking at the schedule yesterday, and dude, the beauty of it is you can get tickets for like $20. You can get tickets to a baseball game for $12. And again, it's just the vibe of being there. It's the vibe. It's the vibe of being there. Maybe I could do a live... Yeah, dude, I could do like a live stream on my phone. It might look goofy, though. From the games. Yeah, Eddie, for me, it's always the morning. Okay, looking at some sketch fill here. Uno X Rider overcooks that corner. That's Tobias Holland Johansson. Had to put his foot down. Sounds a lot more dangerous than what it was, but he's lost contact with that chasing group. He is in Group 3 on the road, guys. Looks like we're just over 10 kilometers to go now. 8.5 actually, dudes. 8.5. Flow Bikes is more accurate here. Getting the PCS slowdown mode. And we can look back over here too. I'll show you where we're at, guys. I think here, yeah, this looks about right. Finish line coming up. We will be traveling back towards the southwest. Back over to PCS here. Yeah, Paul can descend. Lipo's doing a real good job sticking on his wheel too. We haven't seen Javier Romo catch up yet. Maybe they'll have some discussions after the race about that incident they had at the top of Itzulia. Yeah, Paul's a real descender. He's a pretty brave dude. 19 years old, remember. 19 years old. Eddie's saying Mercedes Petronas right now, like UAE Emirates. Dude, the only thing I hate about Formula One, and dudes, I loved it as much as anyone. I went to Silverstone. I did a 3-day trip to Silverstone. 3 days from Canada. Give me some credit for that. That was like a whirlwind trip. Like we flew overnight, stayed 3 days, we left. Absolutely fantastic. Camping on site at Silverstone. So fun. The English people there, the Brits, everyone was there. Totally was like, you guys came from Canada and you're camping here? We're like, yeah. It was so much fun. We went to this crazy disco every night called The Bulge. I still remember it so well in my head. What a fun trip that was. I love Formula One. We went to Austin. We went to Montreal. Great trips. Spent lots of money. Now I couldn't care about Formula One. I don't see what the appeal is anymore. It's like, here, listen to how quiet the cars are. Like when I go to a drag race, I want my eardrums to like be ready to shatter. I want to smell the fuel. That's what Formula One used to be. It used to be you needed ear protection. Now it's like, yeah, listen how crappy my car sounds. No one ever said that. Oh, Drew, I watch good. Dude, I love Goodwood too. I love Goodwood. The Goodwood vintage car racing. I love seeing the hill climbs when they'll bring out like an old Formula One car to do the hill climb. It's kind of a hill climb, right? It's that little, you know what I'm talking about. All the different cars. Oh, Dave's saying less if you wait through innings and go to the scalpers. Yeah, dude, like I'm like $12, $20. Like that's it? No wonder baseball's so popular. It doesn't, you know, if I want to go to a Flames game, it's probably $250 for a seat. And yeah, I want to sit in the sun and have some hot dogs and some beers. The beer costs more. Yeah. Right there. LMF 25. I'm not a fan, but many are. The brown guys, we're on brown sauce talk. This is the stuff we talk about on this channel. We are now discussing brown sauce. Oh, by the way, at the race, it's only 5.4 kilometers to go. We have Lipowitz and Paul Sexy up front here, future French Tour de France champion. I said it. Being pursued 30 seconds back by Javier Romo and Primos. Oh, it's all back together, guys. It just updated on PCS here. Yeah, there's Primos. He's in the group now. There's Romo in the group now with Uterbrooks. So group 2 and 3 have amalgamated now into one group. Now just the chasing group. They're both at 35 seconds back. 5Ks to go, guys. Lipowitz doing the leading now. Top brands are daddies. I've never heard of HP. Everyone knows good HP. My dad, Ken, used to always eat the fruity one. It was called Fruity. Brown sauce. Must have had like a little tang to it. I loved it too. That and a nice pickled onion. That is such a thing if you're from England. A pickled onion. Who doesn't like a pickled onion? Come on, bros. And really, really strong pickling. Like so much that it's like, just makes you like, it hits you hard. LMF prefers a good ketchup. Dude, check this out. Check this dude out here. Tyler Melinder. Is that right? Tyler Melinder. Hello from France. Dude, how did you find us? Welcome to the channel, dude. My name's Colin. This is Inside Cycling World, and you're hanging out with the Inside Cycling World crew here, dude. You must be cheering for Paul. You got to be cheering for Paul, Mr. Sexy. Future Tour de France champion. So, Tyler, where are you from, dude, in France? And how long have you been watching cycling? Drag racing soundbite. John Force, Connie Carletta, Big Daddy Don Garlitz. Yeah, exactly. France is in the house. Exactly. We got a French guy here. Bonjour, Tyler. Chase Group is catching Seha and Lipo. Let's ask Tyler. Tyler doesn't sound like a French name to me, though. I'm thinking more like I need to hear like a Jean-Francois or something. Tyler, how do we say Paul's last name? Just spell it out phonetically as best as you can, because no one knows how to pronounce it right. I just go with Sexy. I just flip the X and the I around, and it's good enough for me, and I know Paul would love that. Dudes, 35 seconds is the gap. Lipowitz and Paul are working together all the way here. Lipowitz is content to work with them. Stage victory coming up here, guys. Last 3 kilometers. Quite false flatty, 1 to 3% gradients with some actual flat sections in there too. 600 to 800 meters to the finish is pan flat. I can see that being a launching point right there for which of these two boys is feeling the best. Launch before the final 6 meters up this false flat. It does hit 4%. You could just get the 10 meters that you need. The finish must be not in a very big town. It does say it's in Ibar, but it seems like we're way out in the country still. Dude, HP brown sauce is fantastic. Fantastic. I like it all, like sausages, smokies. Dude, when I say a smoky, that might be more of a Canadian thing. Think of a bratwurst, like the big sausage. That's what a smoky here in Canada is if you don't use that. Salute, Tyler from Drew. Will they be caught? No, they're not getting caught. They're not getting caught. The hardcore are here. Yeah, the strong men of the Inside Cycling World Peloton. Dude, we're at 60 people watching. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Where'd you guys come from? Tyler brought his crew in. Tyler brought the French Brigade in, man. They're here. The French Foreign Legion is in the mix today, boys. Here we go. Lipowitz leading Paul right now. Paul has a little gander over his right shoulder. Just having a little check. Paul, don't worry, dude. You got 44 seconds, and it's growing. These two boys up front are holding off 9 chasers. Holding them off. Lipowitz is going to be taking... Lipowitz just took second place from Primos. Seychaz. Seychaz. Okay, we're going to go with Seychaz. If Drew says it, it's got to be right. Okay, dude. I love it. Another new guy right here. Iglas. Iglas, where are you from, dude? He says Seychaz is a Portuguese last name. I did know that. Someone said, I think 2 days ago, guys, I've only done the stream every second day. Important hair appointments. That's what screwed up the stream yesterday. But someone did say that Seychaz's parents, or one of his parents, is Portuguese. So that's where he got that name from. And then Dave saying, according to French riders, I know. That's a different French, though, Dave. You're talking Canadian French. I think the French over in France would say, ne. Just kidding. They say, sehas. I've been kind of just saying, seha. Seha. That's what I've been saying. But I like sexy, too. Matt's saying, sechas. Sechas. Okay, sechas sounds about the common one here, guys. LMF, sechas. Dave's saying we all come from mom's special place. Dude, we got a proud Eritrean here too. Dude, where's Benny? Where is Benny? Someone has to say it today in the chat. Someone just please type, where's Benny? Please type it out for me. Dude, proud Eritrean, welcome aboard, dude. We will see Benny racing this weekend at Paris-Roubaix. Dudes, let's try this out. There are 50 people here. Maybe someone... If I see 10 people comment... Please do all of Paris-Roubaix. I will do all of Paris-Roubaix. That means I have to get up at like 2:45 in the morning on Sunday morning. I just want to know if people actually comment. I just want to see it. I'm kind of thinking about doing it anyways, dudes. 3.2 Ks to go here. No, we're less than a kilometer right now. Pro Cycling Stats, I'm done with you. I'm switching just over to flow. Going up the last little bit of a climb here. There is a bit of a kick here, guys, at this point. It will flatten out quickly. It does, guys, I'm going to give this to you guys right here. It does flatten out between 600 and 800 meters. Although it looks like we're climbing here. It says it's 48 kilometers an hour. That must be the flat section there. Is this Uterbrooks or Romo going now? Someone's jumped out of that chase group. I'm not going to look at PCS because I know there's a 30-second delay. 450 meters to go here, guys. This should be the 4% section here. Round to the corner. Lipowitz leading Paul Seysha right now, guys. Taking a left-hander. They are riding up, I don't want to say cobbles, but we would say this is cobbles in Canada, guys. Kind of the interlocking brickwork, so it's a little bit rougher here. It's going to scrub some speed off. Seysha pulls up beside Lipowitz, just pulling ahead of him at the finish. Paul, Mr. Sexy, Mr. Incredible, Mr. Future Tour de France winner here for France. Dude, finishes 1 second ahead of Lipowitz there. What a great finish there. Lipowitz put it in at the end. Looking at the Euskadi signs here. This looks like, I think it's Uterbrooks. Trying to see the camera here on him, dudes. Can't really tell. Wow. It's Romo. It's Romo, guys. I can't see the mullet that he rocks. The camera cars. The motorbike's staying too far back. We're not getting helicopter shots here because we're right in town. Dudes, awesome. Where's Benny? Yep, someone said it. Prouder Eritrean, he's going for Nathaniel Tesfasion. Tesfasion. Dude, I had his name locked down last year. That's another name I struggle with. But Nathaniel is in this race. I think it's Nathaniel. It's Nat now, but I think that's Nathaniel in Eritrean, I guess. Okay, where's Benny? Yeah, where's Benny indeed? But he's going to be at Paris-Roubaix, so we're going to see it there. 2-up sprint at the finish. Tony saying do all of Roubaix. And Zen saying do Roubaix, please. I'm doing it. Paul at the finish line here. Dude, he's just ridden his bike for 4 hours and 32 minutes, and he looks pretty chill. Dude, is he checking his phone? Dude, Paul's sitting there at the finish line on a little chair. Looks like a chair from like a little diner nearby. And he's on his phone. Yeah, got another one. Mom, won another race. Like, dude. I think his first official World Tour win was stage 1. His second official World Tour stage was stage 2. Yeah, like now he has 5 career pro wins. Let's see what he's got here. This is the point I'm trying to make, guys. Earlier this year, he had his first pro win, but it was a pro race. Then that was the Algarve. Then he had a win at Fawn Ardèche Classic, pro win. This week, he has 3 wins at World Tour level. That's a big stink, guys. That's a big stink. And at his age, that's incredible. Absolutely incredible here. Yeah, Benny will be racing Sunday. Oh, okay, so Matt's saying, no offense, dude, but in France, the race will be streamed for free on TV. Yeah, that always sucks for me, dude, because I know they do that. But that's okay. Yeah, dude, well, okay, we'll see what happens. Yeah, because, dude, some days it's like, why is there no one here? And then I quickly look on YouTube. I'm like, oh, they showed the race for free. Absolutely free. However, I will say this, guys. This is for Flow Bikes. because I'm watching Flow Bikes. I pay for Flow Bikes. There were streams at the Tour de France last year that Flow Bikes showed you exactly what I'm watching, and my channel, my little dumb little channel here, got more views than the Flow Bikes stream did that I'm watching. Those numbers kind of blew me away. Dude, that's Tour de France though. Those were like 60, 70,000 views per video. I think people just like the interactive chat. You're never going to get that with the guys that you got to pay to watch. You only get it here, guys. Everyone wants all of Paris-Roubaix. Yeah, Paris-Roubaix is Sunday, guys. I'm going to finish off the chat here, get upstairs. I need to eat something really bad. I need to get working. I got to send 2 emails out right away. Hell the North is where... yeah. We need an interview with Paul to get him to say his name right for everyone. Yeah, could you imagine if I got an interview with him? If he saw this video and goes, I got to message this dude. He calls me sexy. Yeah, there's 2 sexy men. There's Paul and there's MVDP. Who's this dude here? Steven Mokana. Steven Mokana. Leapwood should be the outright leader for Red Bull Horingers for all future Grand Tours. Agree. Don't see how Remco and Primoz can compete with the best GC. Dude, I agree. Remco is incredible, but he doesn't have that long climb. Remco does not have that 12 to 18 kilometer long grind of a climb, like a Tourmalet-esque type climb. Remco can't keep up. We saw him quit on the Tourmalet last year. Primoz, he used to be able to, but Primoz is getting older. He's the old savvy road captain. Primoz should be there to support Lipowitz now. Remco, I don't know. Matt says, I saw Paul winning Fonadèche a few weeks ago just in front of my door. Wow, dude, awesome, Matt. That's so cool. Paul is probably Czech. Dave, best comment right here. Dave says Paul is probably checking to see who's close by on Tinder. I love that. LML saying, sorry, Benny fans, but your boy is not winning Paris-Roubaix. Yeah, Benny will be at the race and be very active, but he's not going to win it. Not a chance. I can't see it. Seisha has a second at Strada Bianche. Steven here saying the introduction of Paul to the list of competitors overall is fantastic. Can't wait to see him in the Grand Tours. Dude, yeah, they haven't even said what he's racing yet. Decathlon has not said if they're doing the Giro or Tour de France yet. They have to. They haven't announced any riders, so they are a World Tour team. They have to do both races. They haven't announced anyone yet. I think the only thing they've mentioned is La Vuelta later in the year, because Riccatello is doing La Vuelta because he did well at it last year. Yeah, Lipo does jump ahead. Matt, Paul won there just ahead of Lipowitz. And Dave, thank you so much, bro. Dude, Dave, you're the best. Thank you for supporting the channel with a direct contribution. Thanks, Dave. Dudes, all support. I love it. I appreciate it. I love you guys in the chat. You guys got to be one of the best communities out there. I'm serious. You guys make my day every day. And like, honestly, dudes, like talking to the camera now, talk to the camera, Colin. Yeah, I was sitting there going, should I do this today? Is there going to be anyone here? It's a Friday. Dude, you guys kicked it out of the park today. Like, awesome stuff. Thank you so much, Dave. Drew saying some of us wonder if Gregor Flow Bikes has learned anything after 3 years of bike casting. Yeah, dude, I used to see him online all the time. Dude, it's so cool watching it now because I can sit there and watch a race now and go, that's so-and-so, that's so-and-so, that's so-and-so, that's so-and-so, and that's so-and-so. You just got to watch a lot of bike racing. And I know I'm not as pro as the other guys. I know I'm not as pro as the paid commentators. But I try my best. I try to do it different. I try to maybe teach you about something different out there. Again, Dave, thank you so much. Yeah, Flow Bikes, I have to pay. Yeah, so Flow Bikes pays for streaming rights in Canada. We don't get Peacock here. So Peacock is the big one in the States. I think HBO Max has some coverage too. Flow Bikes is actually really good in Canada. Really good. There's times when I see things only in Canada and not in the US. And it's not a ton of money. So my subscription finishes, I think, June 25th, right before the Tour de France starts. LMF 25, I'll listen irrespective of live streams. Yeah, dude, some guys do that. They'll watch a stream from Portugal and listen to my channel. And so we can all have our hangout together. Drink coffee, have hangouts, all that kind of good stuff. Dave saying Paul will be at the Tour. Sure, that's what I'm saying. Paul will be at the Tour de France. I can almost bet money on that. There should be a bet 365 on Paul being at the Tour de France. Poggy will be going. I hope so. The only reason I can see Paul maybe not beating Poggy is he has no Grand Tour experience. Paul has no Grand Tour experience yet. He has not to do a 3-week race. And okay, so Drew's dropped out. He's saying, "See you, kids, dudes. Awesome stream. Appreciate you guys all being here. I'm gonna start my day. We do have the last stage of Basque Country tomorrow. I should be on for that. And Paris-Roubaix. That's maybe, if I'm not on tomorrow, it's only because I'm getting so gunned up for Paris-Roubaix. That will be a big day. Plus, I got to get back on my bike. Plus, I got work. So, dudes, thanks for watching. Appreciate everyone being in the chat. Can't thank you guys enough for that. And let's keep growing Inside Cycling World. Maybe someday I'll get a sponsor. Maybe someday. Gels, let's go. I need a gel sponsor. Give me something.